Here we go. Welcome.
So here's the thing. He's not here right now, which means that technically we could take that chair outside. You know the one.
Those
And
crews are so
we could
nasty.
hose it down, and then once we hose it down, he'll never know. When he comes back, it would just be like, "Wow, it's so fresh in here." And we could be like, "Yeah,
What's
it's
that smell?
weird." Like it's weird. It like smells fine in here.
I love it.
I had to poke at him because he's not
Oh,
here.
absolutely. Next time we come in, he's like, "Man, that smells really good in here. What changed?" You know those
Yeah.
pants?
Yeah,
We burnt them.
exactly. Yeah, about the pants that you were wearing, dude, they're gone. Sorry. They're gone. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Well, hey everybody.
yeah. Welcome to our little get together in November.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully more frequent. I guess we'll get to that in a little bit. I've been the one who's been holding us up, not you. It's on me. It's on me.
Well, it's hard to
But
get the schedules to align and all the kinks worked out of the systems, and now I'm the one
it's a
hosting.
it's a busy tavern.
Yeah, that
Yeah, you're getting your feet wet tonight. We threw you right in, huh?
I can see I already have to fix something, but I'll do that while we're talking. My my chair's all worm
You're
writhy.
well, it's because 'cause you're in front of the writhing wall naturally.
It's
I don't think it's your chair. I think it's the time you've been spending in Solstice. Oh gosh.
boy, have
Yeah.
we got yeah, that was this last week has been quite an ordeal over in Solstice.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a smidge, just a smidge. Yeah. Not even in Solstice though. So when was the last time we were live? We were live. I don't know. I published something in the interim. I published to meet the character at one point, but like actual live show was the three of us last time, and it was
I gotta go
well,
look. I don't.
definitely over a month ago.
It was September 27th.
Ah, it hurts. Yeah, but we did publish a couple things in October. So at
We
least
did.
we had something come out, but we're really sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that, everybody. I should be the one to apologize,
Well,
not Mr. Minway.
you and Peanut, because your schedules have been pretty chaotic lately.
They have been. Like I said, tavern's been busy, but
Doors been flopping
yeah,
open quite often.
it's true. You know,
Going in and out. It's just like, nope, gotta
yeah,
go.
it's not a bad thing, like, although it is kind of like I feel like we just send courier messages to each other every once in a while. It's like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm doing this. How are you doing?" Yeah, felt like that for a while. It was like one of us would be in, the other two would be out, vice versa. So, it's been a fun
You know
time,
that
but
the gif of Grandpa Simpson walking in the door and then grabbing
he
his
turns
hat.
around and goes
It's
he
always
walks
been
in, takes his hat off, puts it back on, turns around and goes right back out the door. That's me.
some days it's been feeling like that where it's just like, okay, I'm here and then later.
Yeah, it's like I come in and I go to take my bow off my back and I'm like, "Oh, dang it, never mind." I just walk right back out again.
I forgot I was gonna kill that scamp out there.
Oh, man. Yeah, you mean the one that was chewing on the wires before this show? He deserves to die.
Yes. He's fired.
He's
He-
fired. That scamp. Honestly, we should just make him an honorary employee. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we should put him to work because if we put
there
him to work,
new lore
then
for the community. Scamps cannot be trained. You can try all you want. The only thing they're good
nope.
for is fetching cheese.
I suppose so. I suppose so. Yeah, I'm surprised everybody in Discord isn't like, "Did she die?"
Where's she been? What's going on?
Is she? Is she alive? Anyway, yes, I am indeed alive, but it has been very, very, very busy. What have you been up to? Because I feel like you're the only one that's been around.
Well, I've been just trying to get some of my activities in before the cold snap comes, because being in the northern Midwest, winter is fast approaching, and it's like every year it's kind of like it's got schizophrenia. It's like, hey, I'm going to be 28 for a high. I'm going to be 38 for a high. I'm going to be 60. I'm going to be 34 for a high. It's like, can you just make up your mind? I don't know what to do. So I tried to get some
Uh,
ATVing in, did that. Um, that day itself was interesting because it was just rain, beautiful, mist, beautiful, rain, beautiful. It's just over 6 hours. I think I
so
went through about 5 climates. It was just off and on, weird stuff going on all day long. And
so
then
like like let's see, what would that be comparable to in game?
I like Craig
Um,
Lorne, where you
yeah,
go 30
brag
feet and it's something else.
just wait 5 minutes, the weather will change.
Yeah. It's nothing out there wanting to kill me, thankfully, but
Yeah.
uh
I know the truth. You actually had the, weather changer in your bag. You were just
yes.
every
I
time
was
you hit a bump, it was changing.
just dialing it up. What was I doing?
Oh gosh.
Did a costume party for Halloween, actually the day after. A couple birthday parties that I attended or had, I don't know, just stopped in and say hi kind of thing. Other than that, just trying to keep an eye on what's happening with the game and the community. Um, so, our
We've
lore
been busy.
seekers are dealing with the writhing wall and now the fortress and the phases and all of that goodness. So
The
that's all it
bugs.
took to get you focused in. Writhing fortress is
Oh,
open. Phew. Bacon's on their way.
man, I'll tell you what. The day that that opened, well, I'll talk about the fortress later because I've had 2 different experiences with the Writhing Wall itself, one on console and one on PC. And we'll get there, but yeah, the day that
Which
that happened though, I was so happy because I looked in our Discord and it was just like there was like a
you,
whole list of names of people, and I got so excited. I think I screenshot it and sent it to you guys because I was
you
like, "Oh my
did?
gosh, look at our lore seekers go. I'm so excited. They're doing the thing. They're
Paid
doing
it.
the thing."
Is that a trial going? It's like,
Yeah,
no.
he goes, "Isn't that a trial?" And I was like, "Well, in a way, yes."
Oh, it's,
No,
yeah, in its
it's
own way.
it's I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I
Oh
really hope he
gosh.
gets the time to join us. To
Me
hope we can
too.
bring him in there and walk through the fortress with him. I think he'll enjoy it.
Me too. I will literally run it again with him, if he wants to do it or anybody. If there's any lore seekers that haven't done it and you wanna do it and I'm online, shoot me a message. I'll gladly run through it. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I won't see much.
I think Sunday evening,
But
I'll
again.
probably have to take Trixie, but yeah, we'll let you
Alright,
explain
well,
the why you couldn't see much in a little while here. But
yeah.
before that, why don't you fill us on your chaos, or is it chaotic?
Gosh, chaotic. That's what it is. It's actual. It's I was so much of a Nightblade that I just disappeared and no one saw me. No. Yeah, I think you put MIA almost KIA in our
Yes.
notes because I have been missing a lot and I apologize for that. I have been working insane hours, like 50 plus hours a week every week. And also trying to do my second job. That's my voluntary job that I love, aka Guildmaster Online. And, just produce content or think to the future or like you said, I've been spending a lot of time kind of trying to be the go-between people that are reporting bugs. Like I get messages from people all the time or I see stuff in our Discord and it's like, "Okay, did you report it? If you didn't, send me screenshots. I'll report it and send it that way." So, it's just been busy with that stuff um a lot actually. Beyond that, I did one of the things that I released on our YouTube actually not too long ago is I did an unboxing video from Silver End Props. So that has happened since the last time we actually did a a show. And it was really, really cool. I got, you know what? It's right next to me. I'm not gonna go into too much, but I will show some of the
You have
things, like
some
a couple of
favorite trinkets?
my favorite things. So one of my favorite things was this really neat little sky shard light that I'm failing to turn on. But it's really, really fun.
What
Little
didn't he
sky
call that?
shard.
He called it something. I forgot what he thought that was.
I don't remember.
But yeah, I
I
forgot
can't
too.
remember what he I can't remember what he said, but I was like, "No." But it's really cute and little petite, and it goes on my desk. I have a giant, like, alien one over here, which I actually don't know if I've ever shown this on stream. It's probably not a good idea to try and do it right now because it will probably fall apart, but I'll do my best. Let's see what's gonna happen here.
That little one runs off a coin battery, right?
Yeah, this is not from Silver Wren Props. This is just another one that kind of hangs out on my desk from somebody else that 3D printed it for me.
That holds the most
But
recent soul of whoever annoyed you.
yeah, and I'll never tell who it is either.
I've
No,
lived
I'm
in
just
there a
kidding.
couple times.
I think if you had one on your desk, I would be currently living in it because right
Oh,
before the show, I'm like, "Hey, can you make my name all lowercase?" It's just like the
you know that
worst human
furnishing item
alive.
that's the box of black soul gems? That would be on my desk. Like, I know who this is.
I'm
I
in
know
it.
who that
I'm in
is.
it. Yeah. Um, anyway, that was one of my favorite items from Silver End Props, and my other one is one that I'm currently using and that I will probably use forever, and it is this
That's
really
the
awesome
one.
Nightblade coaster, and
Or
it
sorcerer,
is
right? If you need,
huh?
or if you peen it, it's sorcerer.
Necromancer.
Or necromancer.
Necromancer.
That's it. Yeah.
It was the
Yeah, it's necro.
necromancer. But yes, so I absolutely love this thing. It's very heavy. It's like slate. It's got little
That
feet
is
on the
so cool.
bottom and the Silver Red Props logo on the back. And the cool thing is, after we did the unboxing video, we've been talking back and forth quite a bit, and I actually got in contact with them, and they're actually in our Discord now.
Sweet.
So you can find some of their work on our artisan channels and things like that if you want to like check out some of their stuff or some of the things that they've made. Their office that they posted a picture of is insanely cool. There's so much stuff in there to look at. But yeah, they're really open about talking about things and like the creative process of how they make this stuff and whatnot. But just some really neat stuff. I got an amulet and a soul gem and just all sorts of different things. So there is an unboxing video over on our YouTube that has all of the stuff. I think it's like 25 minutes long or something like that, but you can look at all the different things that I won from them. But yeah. So that a little bit. I have also been behind the scenes just plinking away at YouTube, and you've been doing some stuff too. We've been building some ambient videos for the YouTube, which are really, really fun. So if you're bored and not in Tamriel and at work and you want to go to Tamriel, pop open our YouTube because you can
Or
hear the sights and the sounds and the beautiful music of Brad, Derek.
maybe you got some people over and you got a 90-inch television, just slap it up on there and
The
let it go.
4K ones that we've been doing?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
That'd be great to have like
Exactly.
a wall of that ambient
Oh
going.
my oh my gosh, can you imagine a wall of the wall? That'd be insane. Anyway, yeah, so done that a little bit, and then the next crunch mode is for one of the things that I hold near and dear to my heart, and that's for Extra Life. So we're prepping for our Extra Life stream, which what do you think? Should I plug it here or should I wait and do it at the end? Let's do it at the end,
Both.
right?
You can
Okay.
talk about it
Well,
briefly.
sure. I've been prepping for Extra Life just a little bit, getting some of our incentives set up, working on some things to give away like specialty emotes or some prizes. We've got some, different things like crowns and all sorts of things like that that we can go through and give away. So, got a couple different things that we'll be utilizing for that when it comes around as giveaways and incentives for hanging out with us, which is really really fun. Yeah. I love Extra Life. It's it's like one of those things where leading up to it when I'm planning, I don't want to say it's stressful, but it's a little stressful because it's like, do I have everything in order? And inevitably, just like last year, if you hung out in our stream that was 13 hours long, something will go wrong and we will have to change everything that was planned. So that's just I don't know if that's streamer luck, poor planning on my part, or just the chaos that makes a Loreseekers stream or a Loreseekers fundraiser what it is. But I think it's quite
You hosting
fun
that
and
last year, you absolutely killed it.
I thanks. It was fun. I had so much fun doing it. You know, it's it's a good time and I love just hanging out with people and making a difference for gaming. Like that is I can't get too crazy into it otherwise I'll start like getting misty-eyed and weeping and all sorts of things. But, just having the
Last
ability to be able
case.
to do yeah, no, but like at GCX, I was at GCX like weeping talking about fundraising because I love that we have the opportunity to be able to help people by doing something that we love. Like I just get to sit here and talk to my friends and play a video game and it helps other people who may not have the ability to get the help. So for me, that is extra special. So more on that later, I guess.
I never shared
We'll have
this
to see.
with you, but that poster that you have, the
Yeah,
slate one,
yeah.
I have a coworker who just started making those. He actually made a retirement plaque for someone, exact same kind of slate, laser engraved. So just saying, there could be maybe some Loreseeker, slates that could be something in the future. Not promising when, but
Don't tease me like that. Do not do that to me. My heart
suddenly,
was just like,
suddenly your whole desk is just all slate
I have a new desk
coasters.
cover and it's
It's
just
just
coaster.
it's just all coasters.
Can you imagine? What a mess. What a mess.
Well, you
Anyway.
trained me well
So
because as soon as I saw that thing and he said, "Yeah, I made that," I'm like, I know, Crazy's gonna want some merch. Like she's gonna want some custom slates now. I want Mora. Give me Hermie Mora and
all of
I
them,
want
all of the
Lore
things. I
Seekers.
want an extra life one. I want a Loreseekers one. I need a full set. We need an
Well,
Ouroboros. No.
I want one with Daring and Roz sitting in a tavern scene.
Ooh, things got a little weird there.
Well, not
Maybe there we can give them the chair that's for
not
me.
together. I just mean like a composition. Like
I know, I'm just
if
teasing you. Come on,
oh
Darian
Roz,
wouldn't say no to Darian wouldn't say no
no,
to
he's down
Ross.
for whatever. But Roz would be like, "Where's the queen? This is
Ross would be like, "This that's
you're
not
not a
who I
Ren.
expected. You're not a Ren. What are you doing here?" Anyway,
This one
gosh,
is
before
the
we
eye
get too
of not daring."
yeah, before we get too crazy and start talking about crusty bread, we should probably move on.
Well, soon we're gonna have some glowing crusty bread.
Yeah, well, I may or may not mention crusty bread in the lore lesson.
So, we do have a giveaway running on this stream right now.
We do. We do have a giveaway.
The current one is, I
Oh,
believe, for the content pass, right? For the PC content
it
pass.
is PC content pass right now.
Okay.
We want you to be able to join us in the Writhing Wall, or we're on the Writhing Cooldown, but we want you to be able to join us in the Writhing Fortress.
If you need the access to the fortress right now, we got your hookup. Just come in and what's the keyword? We have to type exclamation point writhing.
Yep, exclamation point writhing. So you can do that, and then you can enter into our 2025 Content Pass giveaway. And I think it might be the premium one, if I remember correctly. I believe it's the premium one that like backlogs all the other stuff that it comes with. So yeah.
Oh, there's one taker.
Hey, hooray! We got one. So
One of
yeah,
us.
we're one of one of us. One of us. We're standing outside the wall like this, waiting for our new friend who's gonna win. Like, come
we
on
got
in.
our Lore Seeker coffee cup and it's full of content pass. We're like, pour one out.
I'm like this. Pour one out for my frame rate as we go in here.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we might be able to, depending on how many people show up, we might be able to run a torch bug one later too. But for right now, we're gonna
Yeah.
that.
Stick around. Stick around. So what are we talking about this week? Month?
Yeah, what's up
year,
on
year?
our show this? We haven't had time to
Are
really
we
chronicle all the
what
things.
are we doing actually?
We've been so focused on the writhing wall and the fortress, or like, yeah, we should actually what else is going on around the game.
Yeah.
I think we should just that's the main event, right? Yes, Witches Festival happened. I don't think there was anything really new this year as far as Witches Festival. Maybe a couple furnishings or something, but
Yeah, there was a new a set of style pages or whatever. That
true.
wicker
Oh, the wicker chain.
Yep, that's my noise. The wicker chain. Wicker chain, that's it. The one
So
that
you
looked like you
too
had a
can wear a trash
basket on
can
your
on your
head.
head. That totally looked like
Hey.
a mesh trash bin. You know it did.
It looked kind of like a hamper, yeah.
Somebody took one of those metal woven trash bins and just went plunk right on their head. Here you go.
It was very Monty Python to me.
It was like, what could we find that will protect us?
Run away, run away, run away. I loved
Oh
it. I loved
goodness.
Yeah. So,
Uh
Witches Festival happened. Let's see what else. That was like double XP. Oh, during that, you know what? We did work
oh
on getting some of our subclassing stuff done, which was great.
yes. I finished every subclass leveling and I got some leveling done on 10 Lauren
Hmm.
because I got that companion now and I want to get the perk on my account. So I've been working on getting tan up to 20. I think I'm
Mm.
like 16-ish now. So when new life comes around, be owning that, get her up to there, and then I'll put tan back in the box and take out to meet. Because Zarethar is the companion of all companions to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for when he
He's
doesn't tank, but that's another story.
well, sometimes that taunt be on cooldown.
That's true. That's true. Just like the Writhing Wall. You see that segue? Do you hear that? Killed it. That is podcasting right there.
I'm dead. Oh, you're so right. It hurts, but so right.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Well, there was a lot of buildup for these couple
There
weeks. It
was.
started. When did it start? Back on this 16th? No, I gotta go back here. Back in time, back in my day. I think it opened up either 13th or 16th of October.
Yeah. I think it was this.
Because then we got update 48 on the 27th, and there were some thoughts on whether or not we'd be on phase 2 yet. And no, we were
We
not on
were
phase 2.
not. We were not. We were not.
At which time
The mhm.
it's us be like, people aren't on phase 2 yet. Maybe we overestimated. Let's turn the dials a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Xbox EU was like, yeah, we've got this. Foot down to
Oh my,
the.
about wild, okay? That thing opened and Xbox U was like full send. I think everyone was online. It was like all of them were grinding for Emperor at the same time. Like they were
they,
just
they delivered
full.
IOUs to everyone else's mailbox. Like all other servers just had a message saying, see you later.
Yeah, full send. They're like, "We got this. We'll show you." They're like, "Finn believes in us. We have to do this for Finn."
Finn's got money riding on
Finn
us.
Finn believes in us. We have to do this. Otherwise, he will build us terrible, scary dungeons where we'll all die. Oh gosh. Yeah, it was kind of wild to see those numbers at first. And well, I don't know, maybe we should hold on that and kind of talk about some of the like pros and cons to the event later, but I think that everybody was really hyped up for it and then it was kind of like, "Ah,
Yeah.
oh."
It's like,
And
oh, okay,
then
what's gonna happen? And
yeah,
oh, that's what's gonna happen.
oh. And then it was like, "Wait, why did we have 3% and now we have 1%
50.
again?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, oh, that was the later one. I'm talking
Yeah.
about in phase 1 when everybody was
Yes.
pedal to the metal at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden the numbers changed and everybody went, "Oh
Th-
gosh."
Thanks for being in here for 8 hours. Here's your 0.1%. Oh, it hurts.
I think you and I did the math. We did some sort of weird crazy
Yeah,
math.
it
It was
came
like,
out to
"Okay, at this rate,
66 days to
like
get
we
through
were
phase
like
one.
at this point in 66 days we will finish phase 1." And I made the prediction which is not that far off. I said, "No, I think we'll be finishing the Writhing Fortress the week of Thanksgiving." That was my
Sure.
actual prediction because I thought that as soon as we got to that phase where the Witches Festival started, that it was just gonna dump off, which it kind of did, at least on PC. I mean, Xbox was still just full send
Yeah,
for quite a while.
they were not holding back.
Quite a while. They did not hold back. They were the first ones through phase 1. Like,
Hmm.
console people, I feel like I was talking to Gwen the Bard about this one day. Console people, I feel like because we didn't used to play with add-ons. We didn't used to play with anything that like told us anything. So we're just like, "Oh, you want me to do this and grind until I get all of this stuff? I'll just do it." Because nobody was able to really like track stuff before unless you were personally keeping track of it in like a
Hmm.
spreadsheet or whatever. So I feel like in some ways console people are kind of hardcore when it comes to stuff like that because they just won't stop until it gets done.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that's what happened. Um, they just went all in,
They
and were
let
not distracted. They were tunnel
Xbox
visioned.
EU led phase two probably up until like 60-70% as well. And then
Yeah.
PlayStation are like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
PlayStation
here
NA
comes the
was
rep.
place
Go ahead.
PlayStation NA was like, "Oh yeah? We got you." And just hammered everything. Like that was we were in a chat that night and I saw that it was like 3% away and I'm like, I have to get on PlayStation because I
I gotta
wanted
see
to
what
be there
happens.
when the first group flipped over. I was like, I have to see it. I have to know what's going on. So we get in and I was like streaming for you or whatever and it comes across and says like 100% and I was like, "Yes! Yes, we did it. We did it. Nothing's happening." Everybody is back at the Rampart camp. They're all gathered on the edge of the Meridian Lens, and everybody's like staring at the wall, waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, and
And
you
you're
had to,
seeing
you
zone chat,
ported
and
somewhere too, right? After that, you're
I
like,
did,
okay, I'm
I
gonna go do something quick.
yeah, yeah. Well, that
Treasure
was
map?
for phase 3. That was for phase 3. I'm talking about phase. Oh yeah, that's the one that we're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I
as
went
soon
to
as
go do
that
a treasure
ended,
map.
you went somewhere else, and then it said, congrats.
Yeah.
And then here comes
Yeah. It
why
was
we
like,
titled this episode what we did.
yes. So then I was just so excited. I'm like, I have to go to the Rampart camp. There's going to be something happening. I have to get there. And I go to the Rampart camp and it is just
Fact.
clogged with people. I mean, just absolutely packed. You could not, I took some video of that last, like, I saved video, which maybe I'll post at some point, of those last few minutes on PlayStation and what the siege camps looked like. And it was insanely busy, like more busy than I have seen, quite honestly, on PC NA at any point. Now, maybe that's also because I can actually see things on PlayStation, which we'll also get to again in a few minutes. But anyway, so we're all standing waiting on the edge and people are typing in chat and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the wall to fall and I can't wait for this to happen and the Meridian Lens is going to explode this." And I'm like, "You guys didn't read the patch notes, did you?" It's like nothing's gonna happen until we go through the fortress. Like it's not going anywhere. I'm like typing in chat. I'm like, nothing's gonna happen necessarily. There might be some visual changes, but like nothing's gonna happen. People are like, great, let's start phase 3. People are taking off, running towards the wall, running up to the wall, just
Clink,
like
clink, clink, clink,
standing
clink,
at the
all into
wall,
the wall.
like this, like let us
Let me
in,
in.
let us in. PlayStation NA is like, we're the first to do it. Yes, let us in. And then we open the menu and it pops up and it says, "Cooldown time, 19
19
hours,
hours.
26 minutes." And I was like, "Cooldown? What do you mean cooldown?" There was an almost 20-hour cooldown between phase 2 and phase 3. Now, from a player perspective, everybody was like, "What do you mean? I just spent the last 5 hours of my life doing nothing but siege camps only to not be let in right now. I wanna no life this. I wanna neckbeard this. I want to play until 4 AM to be the first to finish the Writhing Fortress." And Zos was like, "Mm-mm.
I just got the
No.
Cheeto dust off my
No,
fingers
no."
from sitting here for
Yeah.
the last hour.
I I can finally use the bathroom because I didn't wanna miss it flipping over.
The popcorn's empty. I want to get going on
Everyone's like
this.
everyone's like eating popcorn, waiting, and then there's some of us that are standing back that are like, "You guys, it it mm."
No.
I wasn't expecting the cooldown, but I was definitely not expecting the wall to fall because I knew that that's not what visually was going to happen.
Right.
But the amount of log offs instantaneously, it was like, "I'm done. Good night. Have a great one, guys. Good job. All right." Yeah, like the zone chat was just
Yeah.
like, as
Go
soon as that
team
popped
out.
up, yeah, they were like, "Great job, everyone. GG. Thank you for group. Have a great night." Like, just multiple little one-word blurbs into
Yep.
the zone chat, and I was like, "Oh, oh, no." And then you're just seeing characters just doop, 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 just,
Yep.
like, disappear. Just log out. That's it, they're gone.
Like
And
they all
eventually
read the Elder Scroll.
it was like me and, like, 5 people standing there, and I'm like, "Well, now's a great time for me to take video of this because no one else is
Mm,
here." I stood
do
around and
that.
did some of that for a while. Like, the cooldown was so unexpected for people that I think it
Right.
totally took the wind out of the sails.
Oh yeah.
And then there were a couple servers that actually didn't it seems like didn't have a cooldown because NA finished before EU and somehow EU finished the Writhing Fortress first, which doesn't make any sense.
Right. Their clock let them in before us. Like they're because it
Correct.
people were thinking it's probably like a timer for prime time clocks. So
Right.
they were 6 hours ahead or whatever it was.
Ahead, yeah. So they had less of a cooldown or whatever than NA did. So we were we didn't we finished and got to phase 3 first, but we didn't get to finish the fortress first because cooldown. So when we were talking about that, that's where the joke from the show title came for this week is the writhing cooldown because it was just like that was every server. It's like no servers had paid attention to the previous servers that got to that point. So
Yeah.
every time a server would finish, they're like, 20-hour cooldown. And then
Everybody
you would
got
see like
iced.
if like an hour later. What do you mean a 20-hour cooldown? Is this a bug? Is this supposed to be happening?
The amount
It's
of
just
vulgarities in chat and posts were just like you could not
oh
believe the the deflation of everybody's mental state when they saw that happen.
yeah. It was just yeah, I agree, New Punks. New Punks goes, "Yeah, I think patch readers are pretty rare nowadays," right?
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
probably true. They rely on content creators like us and streamers and stuff to deliver this stuff. But the challenge with this event is that there was a lot of stuff
Nobody.
kept under wraps. Like there was so many things that were confusing even to us who had
Well,
some slight additional knowledge. We
the
were
only
still
people that
confused
had
on some of it.
access had to go on to PTS, but PTS was never set up to progress through the phases. It was set up to test each phase. So
Yep.
no one could get through it and watch the progression happen. It's almost
Yeah.
like they should have had it where every quest turn in was a percentage. That way, every 100 quests, it was going to go through. Because then we
Yeah.
could have seen exactly what was going to happen and take notes and stuff. So yeah, there was a lot
Yeah.
of unknowns to this one, and that really caught everybody
There
off
real
guard.
there really were. And I think that as bad as it sounds, I hope it's a really good learning learning about like what the community craves or what they don't
Yeah,
like or all of those things. But yeah, it's just it was watching that cooldown jump and like literally the wind come out of everyone's sails, if you will, just from that was absolutely wild. And then I
it
was
kind
on PCNA as well for the flip over there, and it was like rinse and repeat, exact same thing. "What do
yep.
you mean the wall's not coming down? I don't understand." It's like, "Oh no. Oh
And I knew I was
no."
going to be gone when it opened up, so I was
Yeah.
already like, okay, that's great. I was here for its opening or for the phase 2 completion, but now I know for a fact I'm going to be gone. So they made plans for the following day,
Yeah.
which then
Yeah.
leads us into the I guess the biggest fount of disappointment. When if you if you weren't there for the original takedown, you got left behind. That was the first issue. Then that got fixed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you go in
Yeah.
and you can't finish it. There's the second issue.
Yes. So, for clarity, for anyone who may not have done it yet, or let's say, well, goes back and probably this show will be published when it's gone.
Yes,
But
it'll be fixed by then.
if you happened to do it, or if you still are going through and doing the quest progressions, this is probably still important. But yeah, there was a group that was there right when the wall dropped on PC or actually on all of the
All of
platforms,
them.
pretty much it happened, all of it. So the first crew that went through cleared it, and it was like, "Yeah, we cleared it," and then other people are like, "Let us in," and it was like, "Nope,
Where's Scardo? He's hiding.
sorry,
He mic dropped
sorry."
and went on his way.
Yeah, he was like, I'm good," and then, like, when they got through, it was like, "But what about Keshu?" Because she was also missing. So, there was all sorts of stuff. So they patched it and made it so that it was like, "Okay, that's fixed. More people can go in than the first time through. Great job." Like, so people went in, and then then it was like you and I tried to go in a few hours later. It was literally
Mm-hmm.
I think the lore seekers cleared it because some of them were there right at 8 o'clock, and there was
Correct.
that big
Yeah.
group in our Discord. So they went in and cleared it, and then we tried to go in, and it was like when you and I got there, it was like, Your comrades have taken care of the first 2 champions, and you need to go do the last one," and we were like, "Oh, sweet, we just get to go in and, like, finish her off." So you and I go running in, and we get there, and there's all these people just, like, standing, like, "What's going on?" People are, like, up on grappling hooks, like, platforms and just,
Platforms.
like,
Yeah.
shooting into nothing. Like, they're like, what is happening? We don't know what's going on." And someone's like, "It's been stuck at 70% for 30 minutes." And then we were both like, "Uh-oh." There was no boss,
Yeah.
no
We
enemies,
we tried
no
hard though.
boss.
We kept
We did.
repairing siege equipment and trying to like, Sysax, are you gonna show up? Where are you at?
Well, we kept trying to think, like, maybe there's something that needs to be triggered, like, maybe we need to shoot a crystal or something over on the platform, or,
Yeah,
like, we
because
were
you had an
really
NPC
determined that it
shouting at
was
you to
a
do that, right?
yeah, there was
Was it
an
Keshu?
NPC who was like, "Shoot the crystals, they'll do such and such to weaken the forces of the wall," or I don't know, something, whatever they were saying, and I'm like, "Where are they?" And so we thought it was, like, the crystals that were on the actual fortress wall, so all of us are in chat talking about it, and people are just, like, shooting ballistas into those, trying to get them
Do something.
to do something, and nothing is happening. And we were
Yeah.
like, finally, finally, you and I were like, "Hey guys, this is bugged. We just need to get out of here." And people are like, "But we've been here all this time. We're not leaving." And we're like, "It's not going to fix itself unless you leave. You all need to leave." So we actually, from the guidance of another creator, right?
Yeah. You left the dungeon.
Yeah.
So you exited out. I
I
just did a
I
slash log
full
out.
on left. Yeah. I full on left, went out to banhammer that
You want it?
friend right there. I got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Um, so, uh, mm, sorry. Um, I left completely, went out to Solstice. You just logged out or slash quit or whatever. And then when we loaded back in, you got in first because your PC is a beast and ended up going back into the wall. And when you were in there, it had reset, right? Like, what exactly was that process for you?
I was on the top siege platform, and I was hoping that maybe if I logged back in and the fight was going, I was just gonna be right there for the ready. Like, okay, I'm gonna shoot it, and then I'm in. No, it found an instance for me that was in progress. So it knocked me to that instance, and that instance was starting over basically, which is fine. I knew I had watched some content videos on what's going on within the thing, so I could understand like, oh, you got to go this side, clear it, like a kind of like a little mini trial, but for an open world trial. Then you go over to the other side, do another open world trial, and then you go into the center and you do similar things up to a point, and then you get the main battle after that. So I felt it was perfectly legit. Like, okay, cool, I get to experience it. If I didn't have to experience it, I would have just went back at a later date and did it again anyway to experience it. So it turns out that I got to see probably 75% of it because I went through the right side. You joined in when you could. We completed all of that. The left side was still going because the barrier was up. So I went to the left side. We portaled in, and they were probably 2/3 of the way through. They were on the final boss They were just getting to the final boss fight with the ballistas and the wards and all of that good stuff. So we got to partake of that foolishness. Oh
Yeah,
man,
actually,
that's
it
a
was
long fight.
man, it was actually really cool though that we got to do both of the sides.
Yeah, we got to
Like,
see most of. We
I
didn't
was
get to see the Infernium. That's the only
yeah,
thing that would have been kind of
I
cool.
was I was pretty shocked that we managed to get back to the other side before they finished that second side boss because our group on the other side was trucking, but there was a lot of doubling back because there were some bosses down below and stuff that people had
Yeah, we had to
missed
figure out how to
and
cover those mages. Like we didn't understand that. Oh, you got to go
y-
kill these side activities first, and then you can knock the bosses down.
yeah, and you at one point and I both were dropping down on the bottom level and then going back to the top levels and whatnot.
Hmm.
So we were kind of back and forth between the two groups that were running in there.
I gotta give I gotta give ZeniMax a lot of credit on the design of that area though, because that was a lot of fun. Like I think it was it Ninja that I watched that said you could, if you were really good at sustain and knowing your surrounding, you could solo it by doing the up and the down. It's going to take a lot longer, and you have to know where the grapple points are, so you could go upstairs and then fall down, do the boss, go back upstairs, do that thing. And I think that
Honest
design is, I'd never even considered that type of a scenario for PvE, and I think it worked beautifully. Where I, by myself, could go do it if there was nobody around. Or I could take 30 people with me and it's still same amount of fun. We just do it faster.
Yeah. I agree with you. For all of the bugs and all of the challenges that they add throughout the phases, for me, I was still happy with the fortress,
Yeah.
personally. I like, was it frustrating? Yes. Was it just I really feel for them because I don't know if it was overhyped. I don't know if there were things that were supposed to happen that didn't happen. I'm not sure we'll ever know. But I do feel for the devs because I think that they really, really people were asking for this big, massive, world-changing thing now for a while. Like, even Jibs and Cash used to talk about it back on the show, like, years ago. They used to mention, "Man, it would be really cool if ESO had just this big, world-changing, giant boss."
Hmm.
Like, it takes hundreds of people to do this thing, and that's basically what we got, but
The
it
delivery was
just
uncertain. Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was. The delivery was a challenge, and like you said, once you got into the fortress, I I haven't even talked about this, but my PC has been great. It has been amazing for a long time with ESO's content and with streaming, and, like, I really couldn't ask for much more from my laptop. But for whatever reason, this Solstice stuff, I don't know if it's, like, backside stuff, I don't know if it's population, I don't know what it is, but my laptop cries a little every time we do something in Solstice. Not questing, not anything, not world bosses, nothing like that. But when we get to those siege camps or, like, in the fortress, there was one point in the Writhing Fortress where my FPS was 4. 4. It
Yeah,
was
it's been
just
pretty much since Windows 11, right? It just kind of something happened with
yeah,
it's hurting.
I don't know, but the FPS in the fortress was rough. But what I will say is maybe this is the fangirl in me because I just love this game and I love this community and I love the devs and I think they do work really, really hard. I actually didn't care that I only had 4 FPS in there for a lot of the time. I may have said it to you a few times. I would've been like,
During the
"Would have been
harvester
nice
fight, you're
to"
like, if I could see what was going on right now, it'd be awesome.
That right there, that was true. I did mention to the you on that one because there was so much
Oh, there's
just
AoEs just everywhere.
the particles and the AoEs were so bad, and I even have it turned down. Like, I have it turned down, but the particles and the AoEs were so bad that I was just like, uh, uh, uh." So finally, I just stopped and stood for most of that fight next to a ballista, and when it would break, I would just turn around, hit
Repair it.
X, grab the thing, repair it, and then stand there again. So my
Yep.
contribution to that entire fight was only repairing ballistas because I couldn't do anything else because I couldn't see anything. But the crazy thing about it is that I didn't care because it was just so dang fun and so insane in there that I was like, "You know what? I don't actually care. I actually really like the fact that there are so many people here right now and that there's such a big thing happening that my computer is just screaming. But it's okay because I'm having fun with my friends."
Picturing your little Bosmer digging into a bucket full of goodies, like,
She's like,
all right, ballistas repaired, Sarge. Fire away.
"Yeah," I'm like, "Hey, Khajiit." Like, literally. But,
I couldn't even, I think I fired off 3 bolts. There were so many people in there. They were just always on them. I'm
yeah.
like, all right, no problem. I'll go kill everything, and I'll just work on locking everybody down.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. And that one was probably actually, that was the roughest area in the fortress for me
Oh, that was spicy.
From an FPS perspective. It was just super spicy. I died a lot. It was tough. And when we got to the final area, that one was tough too, but it was more tough from a lot of storm the storm callers and stuff because once that AoE splash started, I was like, it's over. I'm dead. I'm just going to stay here until everybody kills them and then I'll get up again because I couldn't see half of the splash.
Right.
And you know, what did you what did you name the FPS? What was it you told me it was?
Oh,
It
for
was
the pray and
10
spray.
10 for the pray and spray because I run a bow. So it was not
Acid spray.
10
Did it
frames
work?
10 yeah, it was not 10 frames per second. It was 10 for the poison spray because it was just
I think my volume went off. I heard it. I didn't see it,
I
but I
was
heard
like
it.
I was like, good luck." That and it was really truly what it was just
Yep, fake carver.
like just fake carver everywhere and like please hit something, please hit something, please hit something. So, yeah, it's just Trixie, the PC is on the brink of exploding. Bacon's reaction. It's okay. I'm having funs with my friends.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that was basically it. That was basically it. It was like,
Just hit your
it
fake
doesn't
carver. I'm
matter.
having a blast.
Have you ever seen that gif of like when someone's like on their laptop and there's just flames like coming out of the keyboard
Yeah,
and they're just like,
this is fine.
that was me. That was me. So, yeah, it was, like I said, maybe it's the fangirl in me, but for all it's worth, phase 1, phase 2, meh, underwhelming, lots of dailies, elder
The grind
dailies
fest.
online, elder
Yep,
dailies online.
it was.
Um, and then once I got to phase 3, I was like, "All right, let's go." Oh, 20 hours. And then when we actually got to do it, I was like, "Yes, see anything, but it's okay because the end is gonna be so cool."
And then I get in there and I'm like, hey, we're at the end. Get in here. And like, what do we do? I don't know.
I don't know.
Just find parts.
W Just what do we do? Run
Kill.
around and try
Don't just
to
stand there.
live?
Kill something.
Yeah. "What are you doing?" Roz is yelling at you. He's like, "We need more ballistas." And you're like,
Yeah,
"What's
right.
going on?" Cashew's like, "Shoot everything." It's just like all of these people from the Stirk Fellowship are yelling at you. Princess Oz like, "More!" That's not what he says, but it's just funny. So, ugh,
Oh goodness.
beast. Yeah. It's, it was wild. I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say on that before I ask the big question that I wanna ask you?
Um, yeah, well, I have some ideas for like this game is plagued with an issue of
He's
overhead and
thinking
demand
very
with,
carefully.
yeah, I need to make sure that I say this carefully and I don't know, politically correct is the right way of saying, just friendly.
Fairly
I can
friendly.
understand the dilemma that they're in with their work environment and things and all the changes that have been recently going on. But
Yeah.
it doesn't, to me, it doesn't excuse the fact that you could incentivize testing somehow to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to be the QA system for en masse MMO stuff, then we got to get butts in the seats and we got to get
Yeah.
them in there hardcore. And the only way to do that is by giving out stuff or making something worthwhile in the game. And I don't know what that solution could look like. I don't know what possibilities there are, but that's really what it takes is, hey guys, I know you guys love playing on that server with everybody else, but can we get like all 1,000 of you to get into PTS for a little while and try to break it and tell us what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, I think that's a fair and good constructive criticism. I don't think that there's anything wrong in saying that because I think Zoss knows that too. I mean, they did a
Yeah,
survey a while back that was literally like, what would help us get you in PTS? That was an actual survey. They put it out before this event,
right.
wildly enough. But I just think it was probably a situation where they didn't have enough time to act. Like they couldn't act on it because they were
Yeah.
already so in motion. Um, and like the thing is, some people don't PTS because they don't want spoilers. And that's a hard
That's
place to
true.
be because you want your you want your gameplay experience to be immersive and you don't want to pay for something that you already know about. You know what I'm saying? Like some people I think don't want to pay for something that they are already testing or that they already know about. Or like I know some people that go to PTS but don't quest at all. Well, but then who's checking the quests for bugs? Like so it's kind of a hard spot to be in. How do they find the balance of incentivizing, but also not spoiling things for people, but also just maybe making it um more friendly because that's the other thing is like PTS is huge. You're basically installing an entire additional game client, which is really, really hard for some people. Their systems may not be able to support that. They might not have the space. Um,
That's true. You are
so
saying here, please allocate another 140 gig on your machine.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. And some people don't have the option to be able to do that, right? Like
Hmm.
there's a lot of us that are really blessed that we have the time or the space on our systems to be able to do that. But there are quite a lot of people out there who are diehard people that love this game and would love to test, but just can't.
Yeah.
So, that is hard. But I agree. I think that's good constructive criticism. I don't think that's a bad thing to say or a
No,
bad spot to be.
and I think some of it is everybody thinking, okay, this is going to demand a lot of my time when it goes live. I need to do these other things. I have to be gone now so that I can allocate some
Mhm.
time for it later. And then it
Yeah.
turned out to be like, okay, that didn't require my time as much as I thought I needed.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard too because, with an event like this, they still wanted some surprise. So
Oh yeah,
even the people that did test didn't have the option to really, like you said, progress through the phases
hmm,
or allow for that. So that is the other challenge is like you don't want to give too much away when you're doing something for the first time ever and something that you want to have hype because you remove the overhype or you remove the hype that comes when you get a lot of people who start to say like this is how it is, but also on the flip side that can create hype if it's done in the right way.
well, do you think that
So
people are going to even bother to go on PTS if they thought that there was a huge revelation like that, or would they just skip it? Like, could it just be an opt-in? Like, yeah, I'm going to skip the PTS round because I don't want to do that or have that knowledge. Where everybody else is like,
yeah.
hey, we live on this this content, so let us have it all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that people will make whatever choice they need to make. That's what's currently happening. It's just that there's nothing to incentivize people to want to do the additional. Like,
Yeah, and that's really
you know,
just. But I understand your part. What you were trying to, I think, how you phrased it, if I could summarize, is how do you know as the developer how far to release the content? And I think if that's going to be your QA system, I mean, for all intents and purposes, if that's your QA system, you got to put it all on there and let the thing
yeah,
fly.
yeah,
You can't go halvesies
yeah,
on like, well, we can't show this part yet, or we got to hold off on that thing. It's like, no, it will not work the same as when it goes live, so therefore it'll be different and it could be buggy.
Well, it's the same reason why, and this is a great example, and well, maybe it's not a great example because it's got its challenges too. But Vengeance, they point blank know that they can't
That's
test
true.
PvP, not on a live server. Like they
Yeah.
just know that it's not possible. They know that they will not have the numbers, they won't have the stress on the server, they won't have the situations that they need to build some of these things out when they're looking at rehashing the PvP side of things. So they're just doing it in incremental stages on the live servers.
Yeah,
And
I
some
think the
people
1
still
week
have a
hiatuses are
problem with
great.
that too,
I
you
know.
know, but
But seriously, you can't
I
take a week
I have
off. Come on.
I have personally still really loved Vengeance. Like I have loved that testing
It's a great
system.
option. I wish I had more time to dedicate to playing more because
Me too. Me
the
too.
first time it released, I went in there and I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone's on the same level. This is so much fun. I don't feel like I'm getting
Uh-huh.
like, insta bombed by
Stomp,
everybody. And
raffle stomped, yeah.
yeah, I pick up a quest. I'm like, hey, I'm getting kills. Look at this.
Yeah. And yeah, it's I don't fully know what the answer is. I hope that I know that they're listening to the community. It's just how transparent are they going to be for future or
Sure.
how,
That makes sense.
you
Like, how
know,
much can we talk about it?
yeah,
And I'm sure it's
you
not
know.
cheap to have a player server like that. I know that they had one
Mm-mm.
for like the press stuff that was mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if they could do something similar where they have like a lightweight PTS where it's just we can only support like I don't know 100 people on it.
Mhm.
Period. That's really what it's built for. That would
Yeah.
allow for a dedicated like okay, your group you're in this week. Go
Mhm.
go hammer it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, like I said, what a good spot would be, but
Yeah.
I do think that there's a lot of things about this event that could have gone way better, of course. There's no denying that. I think you could stand and talk to anybody and they would say that. Um,
Hmm.
but for all it's worth, I I did enjoy the end of phase 3 or like well, we're not quite there yet, of course. We still have a few days, but just I did enjoy the fortress itself. I think the content was good. The
Hmm.
delivery might have been rough and is still rough and is still being fixed, but I I still enjoyed it and I still personally, and no one else has to agree with me on this, but I still personally would be good with the fact that I purchased those things, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
um,
just the stories that have been getting told alone is nice. But
yeah, yeah. So, and I think the other reason that people are kind of not extra hard, but like extra passionate about this is because it's the thing that people have been wanting in terms of storyline. Going back to the plane meld, going back to like the beginnings of what we know of ESO. And so people had really big expectations and like Mana Marco and the Worm Cult and you know, it's just I think that's also why people are so in it, like so invested, and we're so ready for it to be just insane and good and wanting so much from it. And I think that that's the other reason that there is such a heavy, like I don't want to say weight, that's not the right word, but people are extra passionate about it because
mhm.
it's a story that we're already familiar with, but that we're getting more detail on. And that's something that lore buffs always ask for. And so because of that, the the whole thing is like, oh gosh,
And for the
you're
non-lore
almost
buffs,
there.
everyone's like, "How did Mana Marco get out? What? What the?"
Yeah, they're like, wait, what? Huh? When
Spoiler
did this
alert:
happen?
we knew he was out long ago because he shows up in the third era, different game.
Well,
So it's
there's
like, well,
that.
somehow it's like I left him
Like,
chained up
wait,
in the writhing.
he's in the whaling prison, but then he's dead. But then he's alive again in the third era?
Yes, Marcus.
What's happening?
You're still doing the Marcus thing, trying to figure out how Indy's alive.
like he's like,
I could have swore I saw
Yeah.
him die, or
That's it yeah, that was me with him in that with no spoilers here, but that was me in that one scene where it's, like, when Marcus is, like, waiting and they're all looking over the cliff because they think Indy's dead, and then all of a sudden,
he shows
Indy's,
up.
like, next to him, and he's, like, looking over, like that was me with Mana Marco. I'm like, "Huh, what's going on here?" And then I was like, "Oh!"
The security in Cold Harbor sucks.
Jump scare Mana Marco, like, "Ah!"
uh,
Said, "Lich, please."
yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, it's like Ghostbusters 2. Death is but a window.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
yeah, or The Mummy, "Death is only the beginning," right? Like,
Yes.
so,
Well, I
yeah.
found something on the forums.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. How all awesome news begins. Guess what I saw on the forums today?
That's like saying, "Hey, check out what I just found on Reddit." Like, "Look at what I found. This is this is great." Just kidding.
So we've
We
got
love our
some
people on Reddit, and we love our people on the forums. We're just giving a hard time.
I didn't have time to prepare some full-on commercials, but I do want to bring our attention to the Sunport Arcade Mart. And the Sunport Arcade Mart does have a few things on sale at this time.
What are
First of
they?
which, are the grappling bows. You can rent them right now for 1 week, limited supplies, no warranties.
Oh, but only if you bring along 10 FPS.
10 FPS. And the other thing that's at Arcade Mart right now, you might be able to get them. I think if you spend over 25,000 gold on items, you'll get one thrown in for free, but they are Stark Fellowship coasters.
Wow.
So your
Wow.
ale can protect the table it sits on. Something we need desperately in this tavern.
Oh boy. There's a lot of table rings around here, but you know what?
Yeah.
Worth it. It means that there's been a lot of people that have passed through these doors, and we are good with it.
And on those coasters are haikus that I found on the forums. Writhing Wall haikus have been brought up, and there are lots of them, so please go find that article. I recorded a couple of them, so I wanted to bring them out and read a few for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I got 6. Number 1, Phase 3 has been reached by many of the servers, but there's a delay. Number 2,
Incredible.
apparently we on PCNA are not phased by this event because of our percentage being so low.
Oh boy.
Number 3,
Oh
a
boy.
lot of running and a lot of repairing. One side, then the other. That's a fortress stroke.
Uh,
Number 4, once the sides are done, go down the middle to fight. Do watch where you stand.
Me. Why was that me?
Number stands in red but can't see it. uh Number 5, the cool blue water acts like burning hot lava. Ballista parts, please.
Yeah, that was me. That's it.
And last, number 6, hear my announcement. Join the Order of the Worm. Join us, I mean it.
These are amazing. You know, gaming communities, people think that we're all just like, I don't know, there's the typical like stereotypical thoughts on gamers, but like that is so fun that there's a whole haikus channel in
there,
the forum
there is.
for all the other stuff that's going on. Yeah, we got some haikus in the house for the Stark Fellowship and for the Writhing Wall. So I love it.
If I should probably download those, maybe we could actually make some of those slate coasters and put those on it. Then 10
That
years
would
from now,
be
you'd be
his.
looking back going, oh yeah, the delay. I forgot
I'd be
about
like,
the.
I'd be like, I'd be like, the cool blue water acts like burning hot lava. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's for a hot or cold cup.
This is true.
It's
Brought to you
true.
by Yeti.
Oh, we're not sponsored by Yeti.
No, we're not sponsored. Not yet. Accepting sponsorships.
Hey!
Feel free to reach out.
Accepting accepting sponsorships in the tavern now. Hi, Toasted Peanut. Um, don't ask what happened to your chair. That's all. Carry on, Matt.
We're not talking about it, but it
We're
smells
not
way better
talking
in here
about
now.
you. Oops. Anyway,
Just like when you're moving,
what's up?
you just got to clean some stuff out and throw it in the dumpster.
Oh,
Not Peanut, his pants.
like throwing Peanut in the dumpster out back.
No, only if he's into that. I mean, it could be fun. I don't know.
Anyway. uh,
The only other
gosh,
thing that I wanted to mention before we get into news and such is you and I cleared the lair of the black worm delve.
we did.
I cleared the other delves. I think I got one more to go, but that delve in particular, if you haven't had a chance to go quest in there, go quest in there. That storyline, if you, I'm generational divide here, but the Dark Crystal movie and what's going
I
on
love
there.
the dark. There's no generational divide between you and me, dude.
Yes,
I love the dark crystal.
but what's going on in the Dark Crystal kind of reminds me of what's going on in this delve. It's like, this is really creepy. And
Yeah.
then I think you'll really enjoy the quest. You have a couple different outcomes on how to deal with the finale of it, but just the stuff that's going on in that delve is kind of creepy, and it's just a neat delve to go poke around in and find little nooks and crannies, and the couple lore books in there. If you're really careful and spot them, you can read those. That's all I want to say. Don't want to spoil the quest, but it's very graphically and maybe even emotionally intense as to what's going on in there.
Yeah. If you the most important thing is, and you and I figured this out, and this is with us as lore people. We did the quest and we were kind of like, feels like something's missing. Like we're not quite getting all of the information here. And then we went back and read some of the lore books and pages that you find in there, and it was like, oh,
That's when it got real.
oh, okay. um, yep, you should go now. So it was definitely,
Exit stage right.
I think I said gnarly. A good word is gnarly. It was pretty gnarly. Yeah. And the visuals are really cool in there. Visually, there's a lot of neat things to look at. Not a lot of chests or like heavy sacks or really lootables, but
Yeah,
the actual the actual like delve itself is really cool. So,
no sky shard to get.
you want to talk about that bug while we're here? Some of the bugs that have happened with this patch so that we can make
So
people aware, because maybe we can help some people.
yes, if you have claimed all the Western sky shards, you will not be able to get any of the Eastern sky shards. They are patching that on their next maintenance cycle. So everybody
Yeah.
who logs in, you instantly got your sky shards credited, but no skill points. So it acted like you got them, but
Things happen. Not everything can be perfect.
I missed
Yeah.
something. Well, you put that in there.
I don't know. Did you miss some?
Well, you messaged Lotus. I didn't see a Lotus in the chat history.
Oh, it says, "Welcome to the tavern, Lotus Freddy. Grab a drink on us." So I said, "Welcome in." It's the bot that
Oh,
does it. It's Stream Elements. You probably can't see it on your side.
probably not. You're right.
Welcome to the
I
welcome
see
to
it
the
now.
joys of running the stream for the first time.
Welcome in,
That's
Lotus.
that's why
Yeah.
we have mods.
Yeah, my eyes just completely saw stream elements and it just ignored everything in there. And yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. It's all
How
good. It's
about
all
that?
good. First time behind the bar at the tavern. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Nuzzy's taking the night off, so I gotta do all
Yeah.
the things.
Yeah. 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 Oh gosh. What are some other notable bugs that we've heard about? There's one delve, and it might actually be Lair of the Black Worm, where people were dying and they couldn't res.
Oh, like if they fell off somewhere?
Yeah, if they,
Yeah.
like, fell off into the abyss, they couldn't res because they were, like, out of bounds. If that happens, easiest thing, port to Cyrodiil, port back, should fix it. Hopefully, either that or you can put in a ticket and they'll hopefully move you at some
Well, while you're
point.
dead, you can do a stuck as well as the zero command campaign,
So
right?
here's the thing, they couldn't use Unstuck because they were out of bounds.
Oh, but the campaign menu worked.
Ah,
Huh.
the campaign menu worked, I think, but the
That's
Unstuck stuff did
interesting.
not work. Yeah, it was
Okay.
really, really, really interesting.
That is
So
an
that was
interesting
just
one.
something that I saw on the like on a few sites and on the forums, I think, or somewhere in a Discord, someone was mentioning it. So
Okay. That's
that's a
good to know.
pretty notable bug as well. Um, yeah,
I liked your
there's
comment
a
when I was up there taking a picture. Like, I don't have the fortitude to get to that spot where Khajiit went.
he went everybody, he went late-footed all the way up the top of one of these little spires and jumped back and forth and did a few things, and I was like, "Now Bosmer, if she falls from there, knows that she's got a little bit extra and probably won't die from the fall. I'm
Bosmer
not
might get
risking it.
stuck.
Bosmer might get stuck. I know myself. I play with a controller. I'm not doing that. And the quest giver was right on my tail the whole time, and every time I tried to jump, it would go into the stupid dialogue menu. It's like when the companions first came out and they were like spooning you everywhere you went. You're like, "Excuse me."
The
You're like,
walking
"I'm just."
spoon.
You're like this. You're like you have like m uh Miri, and she's like,
Mistopheles.
"Hey."
Oh,
Miri's, like, right here, like, breathing in your ear, and you're like, "Excuse me, can you give me some space? I'm just trying to quest."
got any wine up in
And
there? That's what
she's
she's
like,
saying.
"You fetcha," and she's, like, right here, and you're like,
That's,
"Yeah."
I think that's Trixie's worst nightmares to have Lyramel right behind him at all times.
Probably, probably. Now, Zareth he
Oh,
can whisper sweet nothings into my ear as much as he wants, but, still. Anyway.
so what's next for you then after the fortress? Now that we've accomplished that good stuff, are you going to start looking through Eastern Solstice, or are you going to get prepped for the upcoming event next week?
I think a little bit of both. I would love to do some questing in Eastern Solstice because you know that I've been all about the Stone Nest lore and like finding out about that stuff and the Vasgrana and all of that. And I just want to know how all of that connects and what's important about it. So I would love to kind of see the sites over there and look around for things. But I also have to be real with myself and know that my schedule is probably going to be nuts because I'm going to be
Yeah,
prepping for Extra Life. And
and
so because I'm
other
prepping for Extra Life,
and real
yeah,
life.
and real life, yeah, I do have a kiddo with a birthday coming up, so there will be lots of things happening outside the tavern doors for me in the next, like, week and a half or so. But yes, I would love to prep for the next one. Next one is Daedric War Celebration, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that
That
birthday, I don't.
one's
With Nuzzy gone, I don't have to bake that cake, right? She can make that when she gets back.
you're in luck. My kid doesn't like cake.
Oh, good. What's he
Yeah.
into then?
Can you
Brownies?
do cookies?
Oh yeah, I can do cookies.
Oh, okay. As long as you can do cookies. Hey, Peanut might come back by then. We could make him make the cookies.
Peanut butter, peanut butter garbage cookies with just like a little bit of everything, in, like the oatmeal and the raisin and
Like
the chocolate chips.
like,
And
the kind of cookies where you're like, "What's in my cabinet?" Oh, just, like, dumping
I,
in.
I think this is what my mom used to do. Is like, oh, this is getting close to expiration, and it goes.
You know, I'd say I haven't done stuff like that myself,
Hey,
so,
those cookies were
yeah.
awesome. It had everything: raisins, oatmeal, chocolate chips, peanut butter, the little butterscotch, whatever they're called, morsels.
Yeah,
Oh,
butterscotch chips. Yeah.
just so
Either
good.
way. Yeah, so I'll probably prep a little bit for Daedric War
Okay.
Celebration. How am I gonna prep? Clear my inventory.
Yeah, good luck with that. So
Just
realistic
kidding.
goals then.
Okay, realistic goal, not clear my inventory. Realistic goals, probably preload some stuff. You're the master at preloading quests for dailies or for things that happen
I
with that,
I
so
take a knee when it comes to booch. I don't preload that much. If
okay,
if the
that's true.
let me rephrase. If the goods, if the rewards are nice, you better believe it. I'll preload all day. Like when Jubilee comes around, every one of my characters has all 7 writs ready to go for turning the next day. But that's because I know what's coming my way because she's getting paid. When it comes time to Daedric War, it's like, do I need another apostle or a sapiarch or whatever motif? No, because I could sell them, so might be into that. But yeah, I'm not going to preload. I was doing the
Yeah,
day
that's
of.
true. That's true. We don't have too much information on that yet, right? Just in the survival guide, it basically just said, "Hey, it's happening from
Um,
November 20th to December 2nd," I think is when it is.
it's yeah,
Yeah,
it's
November
there's a
20th
link
to
in the
the 2nd.
Discord to the forum post, but I don't think there was much added to it.
Ah, yeah, so if you there is a little blurb. So it says return to the wild and wonderful realms of Morrowind, the Clockwork City, and Somerset during the Daedric War celebration event. Earn event-specific reward boxes, bonus drops, and event tickets in the fan favorite zones. So that should be one of the events that we're getting the next piece of the house from, right?
I would assume so, and then the final 2 would be from New Life.
But yeah, that would be my guess. So yeah,
I want that house. Give me
I
that
do too.
house.
I'm like, "Gimme, gimme, 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 gimme." Speaking of houses, did you see what stuff is in the Crown Store? I don't know if you're ready to move on to
Oh,
that yet, but I do wanna
yeah.
talk about that house.
Yeah, why don't we go through that real quick here? Let me switch see if this works. There we are.
Look at you go! Look at you go! He did it, everybody. He changed out the scene from behind the bar.
Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen here because it seems like when I don't have you on top of the windows, you freeze for some reason. So
So should I go like just kidding.
I wonder, yeah, maybe I can,
I
I don't know how else to
guess
do it.
it's okay. I can be frozen and you can scroll if you need to scroll. Although
Yeah.
you could probably just leave that up like that because honestly, those are the 3 things that I was gonna talk about in this entire Crown Store showcase.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you wanna move it, you can move it. Lava Bear? Kind of. It is a, hold please, let me get the official actual name so that I don't screw this up. It
Right here.
is oh, yeah, no, it paused me. Oh, hey, no, it didn't. Now I'm back. Uh, it is the
Leaf Ember Ursoc.
Leaf Ember Ursoc. You know that I'm gonna have to get this, right? Like, I have to. It has the word
Why?
leaf in it.
Oh,
Because
jeez.
it has the word
Okay.
leaf in it. And I have the ones that all match him. I have the other ones that are the green leaves, and then we have the blue leaves that are from doing the other zone, like that one that we did all the grinding for. We gotta have this dude so he matches.
You know what I see when
He's
I see
really
this guy?
cute. Hmm.
That is an Indrik who did not skip leg day.
Yeah, except it's a bear or an ursock technically, but
I know,
yeah.
but look at those antlers. That is, he looks
Oh,
just like,
oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, it's I think this is like supposed to be like a Galen Ephelon sort of creature, if you will. Like something from a burning forest, basically.
mhm.
So, yeah. I'll probably get that. I don't know. Maybe I won't, but I want to see what he looks like when he comes to the store. So, once November 20th hits, like in 5 days, I'm definitely gonna take a look at that and see what he looks like. So, maybe I'll spend some endeavors. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. What's right underneath it is the other thing that I was really excited to preview, and I actually haven't done it yet, and I really need to go do it.
Which is it?
I we've had a housing addiction lately. Like I've been doing housing stuff off and on, and Hidden Spring Cottage, this is the one that's in the Gold Coast, and it's near the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary, and it is an interactive house. So it has bird houses and you can like interact with them and the birds like come and fly away and there's spots that you can go and like
Oh,
interact with that spot and like deer come, I think. I haven't gotten to preview all of it, so I
I
didn't
saw a
get to
post
look
on the
at it
forums
yet,
about
but
that where the screen would go black and nothing happens. So
oh
apparently
no, another
that's
bug.
Well, apparently that's what that's supposed to be. Is like there must be some kind of like jump scene or cut scene of the birds.
Huh. And it's not
Maybe
happening?
I don't know.
Eh,
I've never seen it, but the fact that they say that the screen goes, it fades to black and then nothing. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe there must be like some fancy animation or video or something that they have that plays.
Yeah, there must be something, but it's just a beautiful little house to me as well. It's got like a little, a little spring running through it, and there's a little bridge, and it's just a cute little medium sized home. It's got like a yard and wall, and it's just a fun aesthetic to me. So I think it's really fun personally. Um, yeah, I don't know. I want to see it. It says grab a book, pack a picnic basket, and let nature unfold you in its many wonders. I think that's a fun description for a little cottage. Cottage and bubbling brook and just all the things, yeah. Do you wanna talk about the next one that's there, the moonlit one? Or do you wanna say anything about this house? I have to say goodbye to, someone who's visiting the tavern right now. They have to
Okay,
go to sleep, and they're a small mini elf.
you're asking
So
Khajiit to talk about moon sugar. Oh boy,
yeah.
sure. So the moonlit pathways. Ironically, I forgot a piece of the moonlit pathway already. We've got that like bridge, but this is going to give us all sorts of a couple more things. You get the swirly bit, which is really cool, and then you've got the flat one that doesn't raise up. So I think if you look at this picture, you can see the bridge one is in the middle where it starts low and then escalates up like a couple meters or something. I've got that one right now. It comes built with those rocks as part of it. But it seems to me like they're going to also include now the flat one and that swirl one that is probably just meant for up in the sky somewhere, but that would be really cool to have. I don't know where I would put the swirly one. I have ideas where I could definitely use the flat one because I haven't found a good spot for my bridge, elevated bridge one yet. Um, I've got a couple houses where I think I might be able to change grade levels, like the Craglorn. Um, well, I just forgot the name of it. The my Earth Tier Cavern is one of my
Earth Tier
favorites.
Cavern.
One of my favorite houses, and I think I might be able to find a good spot for it in there. But I'm not sure about the other ones, like the swirly bit. That might be kind of cool to put that in water. I don't know what that would look like.
Yeah, or just up, like, in the sky. Like, if you have a really tall house, it would be kind of fun to just put it
I could put
up.
that on the other side of my Stargate, up in the sky. That would be kind of cool.
Or I wonder if you can just rotate it
I
so that
think
it's
it's way
like
bigger than my
you
Stargate
think?
uses that Undaunted item, that Dwemer tonal arc or whatever. So that thing looks huge. Like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
comparing it
true.
to the size of those islands. It looks like I bet that's the same size as the dueling mat.
Yeah, it probably. Oh, maybe, I don't know. That's pretty big. I don't know. Could be.
Guess we'll find out on
Guess
what, November 26th?
yep. Day before Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, day before American Thanksgiving, yeah. We'll find out. Anything else in here? I mean, the celestial crates are coming back, but not for long. By the time this show publishes, they'll probably be gone. But
Yeah,
if you're
because
here
we
with
have
us
them already.
live, if you're here with us live or you're watching the replay, they might still be available to you.
We got Sovereign Guard coming next.
Yep,
Those
because
have some,
winter.
yeah, those I think had some glowy mounts. Kind of neat.
They have
The
they have like
the big
Nord
Brady.
kind of glowy braidy, yeah,
Yeah, it's like the
mounts. Like the
Sijic
Guar has
mounts
like
with
braids.
Nord braids.
The Sijic mounts colored yellow with Nord braids.
Yeah, they've all been Broomhilded. They're
Yes,
just missing
that's
the
it.
horn helmet.
Amazing, amazing.
Uh,
Yeah.
that one's a return. There was one thing in here.
I think that everything now that you're on is a return.
Yeah, I just wanted to go over it because No, it's not that list. There's the dueling mat. Uh,
Is it the black no, that's the Black
no,
Frida's
I think it was.
specials?
Yeah, maybe it was this stuff here. There's just a whole bunch of things that were coming that looked like they'd be kind of nice. That if you weren't around in the previous year, you've got your chance to get it again.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. It's, quite a few, like, furnishings, statues. There is some skill
Shadow Ghost
styles that are
Guar.
coming. What'd you say?
The Shadow Ghost Guar. I saw that in there a
Oh,
couple weeks,
I
a
know
week
one of
ago.
the things that's coming back, the Lunar Ore Gathering. Lunar Ore Gathering customized action.
I thought for sure you were gonna say it. I was like, oh,
No, nope, mm-mm, nope.
you were a professional
L
when it comes to enunciation, so you just nailed it right off the bat.
I I try. Wait until the lore lesson. Oh boy. Don't speak too soon.
True.
Yeah. Goodness me.
Oh,
How you doing over there?
well, I'm fine. I just really wish I could
So
have figured out why it kept freezing me every time I moved. I'm gonna have to play with that bug a little bit.
It's the scamp in the back, you
It
know.
is.
You don't
It
even
just.
we don't even ask anymore. It's just we should name it. What should we maybe we'll name it.
I think that should be a community thing. What is the name of our tavern camp?
What's the name of our tavern scamp? Let's do it. That's what we're doing. We'll announce the name of our tavern scamp on another show.
Cheese
Maybe we
curd. I don't know. Yeah, I think we should do that. In Discord, we should probably have like a name our tavern scamp, and then
Scrampy. I like that
Scrappy's not
too.
bad. Yeah.
Scrampy's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, well, maybe we'll do that in the Loreseekers Discord. Gosh. Well, I don't know. Is there anything else to cool down about? Anything else you want to talk about before
Um,
we
we
carry on
could.
here?
Yeah, let's close out the giveaway.
Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. We can close out the giveaway before lore. Let's see.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
uh
uh,
last call here.
I think Punk is probably the only one that entered it in. So we
I
will
think
see.
so. I think it's I think there's a good chance that New Punks is gonna win because I think you might be one of the only entries.
There's two now. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
there's two now. Okay. Okay.
Your odds of now 50-50.
Right. We're gonna yes, Lotus Freddy. It is for a content pass for
For
PC.
PC.
I suppose you know what? I suppose there's not that many people in here. If we could do a viewer's choice.
True. Because if you
So
already have the
let's
content pass, then you could pick the other one.
yeah, let's do that. What do you want to do for the other one? You want to we well, do we want to do a torch bug or do we want to get crazy and do something else?
Well, you are crazy.
Do you,
So what did you
I
have
am
in mind?
crazy. What if I want to give away like 30 days of ESO plus?
Wow.
He's like,
I,
I,
I
I
didn't I
don't
didn't know that was
know.
a thing. I didn't know that we had that option.
Pretty sure we do. I mean, let me double check before I say stuff I
Because
shouldn't be
because
saying.
I could think of all sorts of people who would want that.
Yeah. For PCNA right now, I can do 30 days of ESO plus.
Wow. I
Flabbergasted.
I have been flabbergasted because I instantly heard the cries and the screams of 1,000 voices that
Oh,
don't have it yet.
Nordic Spartan. We have one of those too. So enter the giveaway. Here we go. Options.
Oh,
Options are 2025 content pass for PC, 30 days of ESO plus for PC currently, or Pink Torch Bug, which will work on any platform. I'm
oops.
feeling generous. I'm feeling generous.
Gotta get used to this new keyboard.
Yeah.
Gotta have the exclamation point in there for the
You have to
for the
have the
drawing.
exclamation point on the front. So, Yeah.
Exclamation point writhing. That will get you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the entry. So there was another thing I was thinking about doing for our streams, and it was Khajiit pickup lines.
Oh.
I thought we could have some fun with that, but I didn't get much time to brainstorm, so I only came up with one, but it's kind of weak sauce, so I just want to throw it out there and see what chat thinks of it.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Wait. I'm gonna lead you in. Okay, ready? And now, from the corner of the tavern, Khajiit pickup lines.
Your whiskers are as twitchy as Sunport skooma. You think that would work on anyone? You think
Well,
would Kamira fall for that one?
that depends on how many times they got hit on the head at the Writhing Wall, but perhaps.
Oh, okay.
No, I liked it. It was
Maybe
funny. It
the
was funny.
general might like that one.
Yeah, yes, General Zasimba. They might like that
She'd
one.
dig that.
She'd dig that. She'd dig that. Yeah, she'd dig that. Yeah. So, it's gonna be to type for the giveaway, exclamation point, writhing. Yeah, I know, JTK, that it's you. Hi, JT. JTK is one of our event leads over on PlayStation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know you need the pink torchy bug.
Thank you
It'll work
very
for any.
much for the work you're doing.
Yes, it will work on any platform. So just make sure you enter exclamation point writhing for one of those three things. We're doing either a choice of 30 days of ESO plus on PC, a pink torch bug that should work for anybody, or a content pass giveaway for PC. We don't really have many options for consoles, unfortunately, at the moment, just because of how hard it is to get a hold of codes for those. But we do have those three things that we can definitely offer for people at the moment. Since now we've changed what the giveaway is, should I like do lore first and then we end it? Do you
Yeah,
want to give it a minute then?
I
Now?
think that'd be fine if you want to do the lore lesson and then.
All right. We can do that. We can roll into some lore and then come back to this just to make sure that people get the opportunity to enter lore, 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 lore. Listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you all. I have been in a bit of a writer's block. Not necessarily because of having actual writer's block, but because of having time to be able to sit down and write. Because for these lore lessons, I end up doing quite a decent bit of research. And sometimes it takes me like a minute because I want to make sure that I'm honoring not only the game lore properly, but that I'm telling our characters' stories in a way that's appropriate for the guild and for like the lore of our guild. So it's really, really important to me when I do these that they're good and that they're done right. I do really enjoy writing them like 2 hours before the show though.
Just like cramming for a test in college. Last second is the best.
Listen, I know myself. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like, there are some really great times that I've written stuff that has been like I've worked on for a few days beforehand, and those
Hmm.
lessons are really clean and I love them a lot. But also, sometimes the ones that I enjoy most or that come out like the funniest are the ones that I have to write kind of like on the fly or last minute. So, I have an idea for where I'm going in this part of our story, but I also just needed to kind of see like I've said before, I let things kind of write themselves for me, so I just wanted to see where this one went for a second. So, give me just a second, then I'll be ready for this one.
Oh, she's prepping.
Mhm.
Getting the voice box ready.
Listen, there's going to be some names in yeah, there's going to be some names in this one.
Oh boy.
So I've got to got to make sure that I get it right, okay? All right. Um hmm. I'm not going to name this one. We're just going to let it be. We're just going to let it be. You ready?
I'm ready. Bring it.
Okay, here we go. Morning light was beginning to break through the windows of the tavern. dust gently danced through the sun rays that were starting to cut through the window and make their way across the worn wooden floor. The smell of the dying fire and its embers drifted through the entryway and into the hidden study. The well worn, oversized leather chair at the desk was starting to feel a little too comfortable to want to leave. I found myself starting to drift a little. I had spent a majority of the night up and rifling through papers and shelves looking for anything that I could find on the worm cult or the Order of the Black Worm. A guildmate had stopped by late in the evening for some respite, and by the time they had moved on in their travels, I had made the decision to just stay and finish packing and researching for the trip to Solstice. I honestly wasn't quite sure what I was looking for. Reports had been rolling in from our guild contacts on Solstice, so Rora and Sadre had traveled on ahead to try and gather up as many Loreseekers and reliquary agents to the front lines. Toasty was on a much needed respite, and in the meantime, I was trying to gather as much information as possible on our enemies. We needed to not only be armed with weapons, gear, and strength, but also knowledge. The plane meld had been no joking matter, and it seemed that this newest attempt at a follow up was not going to be a gentle walk through the grot oaks, either. I resolved myself to attempt to stay awake and sat straight up in the way too large for a small Bosmer style chair. Thumbing through pages and book bindings on the desk, I noticed one with a foreword that mentioned Sunport. Skimming the pages quickly, some of the words jumped off the page at me. Molag Ball, Necromancy, Tideborn, Stone Nest. This had to be helpful in some way. Recognizing the name of the region of Sunport, I decided to give it a read. History of Clan Corlania. Part 1, From Somerset to Hammerfell. Who are we? From where do we come? Like many others, I have given much thought to these questions. For me, the answers begin in the ancient story of Clan Corlania, my people. This is our tale, as I understand it. Time is the destroyer of what went before. We inherit the conflicts and choices of our forebears, yet as the years go by, those people and their decisions are forgotten. Memories fade, the makers and eyewitnesses of history pass away, and even the monuments on which their names are written eventually crumble into ruin. No historian can completely undo the losses of the centuries, yet with my quill, perhaps I can answer a few of those questions that trouble us and stave off the inevitable forgetting for one more generation. From Somerset to Hammerfell. I cannot say how our distant ancestors came to Somerset. All I know is they first entered the annals of history when St. Veloth lived and taught in Somerset. My distant ancestor, an Aldmeri kinlady named Vilaramil Corellia, fell in with the great prophet. She followed Veloth throughout the troubled years when the Sapiarchs and the High King sought to suppress his movement. In time, St. Veloth decided to lead his followers to a place where they would be free to worship as they pleased. The tale of the Velothi pilgrimage to Morrowind is a well chronicled elsewhere. What is less known is that not all of St. Veloth's followers in Somerset made the journey with their prophet. Some could not bring themselves to abandon the wealth and comfort of home for an arduous trek to an unknown end. Others could not bear to leave loved ones behind, and still others felt bound by duty to honor the old oaths of fealty to the crown. Kinlady Corellia was one of these. She and her household remained in Somerset when the Velothi departed. In private, they continued to practice their faith, as St. Veloth had taught them, even through the worship of Daedra fell into disfavor after the Velothi exodus. Centuries passed, during which Kinlady Corellia's descendants prospered, despite the suppression of Velothi beliefs. The Corlanias grew into a noble house, blessed with wealth, numbers, and skilled soldiers, yet their devotion to the Daedric powers remained a political liability. No High King trusted the Corlanias with a fief to govern. The situation in Somerset finally grew intolerable for Clan Corlania in the years following the Alessian Rebellion. Confronted with a rising power in Cyrodiil that distrusted elves and despised Daedric worship, High King Tenelarian enacted a harsh new ban on Velothi beliefs. Rather than submit to the confiscation of their properties and imprisonment of their leaders, Clan Corlania chose to leave Somerset. As a noble house with significant commercial interests, the Corlanias were well acquainted with the isles and coasts beyond Somerset. In the year First Era 522, Sundavar Corlania sailed to the shores of Hammerfell and founded a kingdom of his own. Taking the title of First Kinlord, he established a new capital in the former Aeliad city of Salis N. At first, the Corellanias prospered in Hammerfell. Corellania merchant ships carried trade throughout the Abetian Sea. Careful to remain neutral with the high kings and queens of Somerset, the Corellanian kinlords were friendly with Clan Durrani to the north and profited from trade with the wood elf kingdoms of Valenwood. To the east, they eagerly explored the shores of Tamriel as far as Topol Bay and beyond. Buoyed by Daedric patronage and protection, Clan Corellania thrived in their new home. Yet, at the height of Clan Corellania's power, an implacable new enemy appeared. The sails of the Yokudan Regatta on the horizon signaled the end of the Corellanian realm in Hammerfell. That is a tale for my next essay. In the second volume of my history of Clan Corellania, I continue the account of my house and my people. This is our tale, as I know it. The coming of the Regatta. I've already written about how first Kinlord Sundavar brought Clan Corellania out of Somerset and established a Corellania kingdom in Hammerfell at Salis N. A proud mercantile realm, they flourished under the protection of their Daedric patrons. To Azura, they looked for knowledge and understanding. Nocturnal they revered as their protector, and to Molag Bal they turned when they needed the strength to defy their foes, the giant goblins of the desert and the Alessian Order. Since the hostile desert tribes blocked their way inland, Sundavar Corellania's heirs turned their ambitions to the sea. From hidden havens on Cape Shira, Corellania galleys sailed in search of rich lands for their merchants to exploit. Few roamed farther or brought more riches than Sundavar's great-granddaughter, Iniel. Born in First Era 667 to Kinlord Rolandil, the kin heir grew up to be an intrepid explorer and a bold conqueror, eagerly working to extend the dominions that would one day be hers. In the year First Era 723, kin heir Iniel landed on the distant island of Solstice and encountered its solemnate Argonian civilization for the first time. 3 years later, she returned with a powerful fleet, determined to subjugate Solstice. Here, Iniel met with failure. The Stone Nest people rallied against her invasion and drove her forces from their island. But during her ill-fated campaign, Iniel discovered the dark citadel of Mor Narl, the abandoned Daedric temple city, and plundered some of its necromantic secrets. Not long after her return to Hammerfell, Iniel became Kinlady. She was a strong and uncompromising ruler, and her high-handed ways alienated Clan Corellania's allies. They were also whispers of Kinlady Iniel's dealings with darker Daedric patrons. Unfortunately for the Corellanians, in First Era 808, an enemy appeared at Cape Shira against whom Kinlady Iniel could have used more allies. The third wave of the Yokudan Regatta sailed from Yath under Grandi Yagub and established the realm of Sentinel on the very doorstep of Salis N. Kinlady Iniel had no interest in making room for her new neighbors, nor did the Regatta care to ignore a kingdom of Daedra-worshipping Mer in the lands they intended to take for their own. For years, the Corellanias defended the approaches to Salis N with powerful magic and stealthy raids. Regatta expeditions were blinded by sandstorms, deceived with mirages, and assailed by summoned Daedra. The proud warriors of Sentinel grew to hate the accursed city, but for many years the Corellania defenses held. Then, in First Era 853, King Zakwan resolved to finally break the deadlock. Summoning allies from neighboring Yokudan realms, he assembled a mighty army and marched on Ashaba Pass. His sons, the princes Hakmir and Samir, led the charge. Corellania illusion and stealth were no match for such direct power and stroke. In desperation, Kinlady Iniel unleashed her darkest and most dreadful magic, the necromancy that she had found in Mor Narl in her youth. She called upon Molag Bal, raising those who fell in battle to fight again, and in her defense. Sorely beset by their own dead, Prince Hakmir and Prince Samir nevertheless pushed onward. Against their determination, Kinlady Iniel had one last ploy. She sent her most powerful necromancer, Wraithmaster Venurian, to slay King Zakwan. The Regatta princes found themselves forced to turn their blades against the corpse of their own father, but not even this desperate tactic could save Salis N. Kinlady Iniel was cut down by the vengeful princes and her city destroyed. Few Corellanias escaped from the sack and ruin of Salis N. This compromises the third volume of my history of Clan Corellania. This is the story of my people, or as much as I know. From Salis N to Solstice. In the space of a single century, Clan Corellania fell from the height of its power to the very nadir of the fortunes. Few elves escaped from the destruction of Salas N in First Era 853. The Regatta were already fierce adversaries, but when Corellanian necromancers raised their own fallen warriors against them, a bitter feud turned into a holy war. In the months that followed Kinlady Iniel's defeat, Regatta warbands scoured Hammerfell for Corellanian havens and slaughtered all they found within. Quarter was neither asked nor given. Yet some Corellanians survived this catastrophe. As I have written before, the strength of the house was in its trade routes and mercantile outposts, a golden necklace of hidden harbors and small settlements dotting the shores of the Abetian Sea and Topal Bay. At the time King Zakwan resolved to march on Salacen, nearly a third of all Corellanians lived in these overseas posts, beyond the reach of the vengeful Regatta. Kinlady Iniel left behind no close heirs, but a cousin by the name of Erlingque Corellania stepped up to assume the mantle of leadership. Lady Erlingque governed those Corellanian estates that remained in Somerset. Throughout 3 centuries of Corellanian rule in Hammerfell, the house maintained a few old holdings in their original homeland as part of their mercantile empire. So it was that the survivors of Salas N returned to Somerset in First Era 855. Corellanians from other overseas outposts, rendered untenable by the collapse of the Corellania realm, likewise retreated homeward. The Corellania refugees found a cold welcome in Somerset. Lady Erlingque beseeched High King Norandon of Somerset for aid, hoping to win back Corellania lands with Somerset's armies. The High King was sympathetic to High Elves who suffered from the Regatta invasion, but hesitated to launch a war against such a strong and fierce people. It was also politically impossible. Stories of Kinlady Iniel's Daedric alliances and her flagrant use of necromancy had followed the Corellanias back to Somerset, and High King Norandon feared jeopardizing his own position by taking up their cause. The awkward situation endured for some time. When the High Elves find themselves unwilling to make a decision, we can spend decades finding new ways to say, "not yet," or "it would be unwise to act in haste." After years of frustration, Lady Erlingque silently returned her efforts to one of the High King's rivals, Kinlady Arlenway of Firsthold. She hoped to bring a new ruler to the throne, one who would promise to help the Corellanians retake their lands. Alas, Lady Erlingque's machinations went awry. Her ally, Arlenway, moved too boldly against the High King and lost her chance to supplant him. Several noble houses linked to Kinlady Arlenway fell with her, including the Corellanias. In First Era 909, King Norandon revoked his welcome and gave Erlingque a choice: loss of titles and properties or exile. Bitterly humiliated, Lady Erlingque chose exile. Quite a few of Kinlady Arlenway's former supporters found it advisable to join the Corellanias, and they left Somerset at that time. While the Clan Corellania holdings in and around Hammerfell were long gone by that point, the house still controlled a handful of far scattered harbors. Lady Erlingque resolved to bring her people to one of these and establish a realm in exile beyond the reach of the old Regatta enemies or angry High King in Somerset. Of the old mercantile harbors, one offered both remote location and room to grow. Solstice, the island discovered by Iniel Corellania 200 years before. And so we came to our new home. Dear reader, you hold the 4th volume in my history of Clan Corellania. This is the story of my people, as I know it. The Peace of Zor Hist. No longer welcome in domains under the control of High King of Somerset, Lady Erlingque Corellania and her clan retreated to the distant island of Solstice to establish a new Corellanian realm. In the fall of First Era 909, her fleet dropped anchor in the Bay of Sunport. Solstice was a perfect refuge for the clan. It offered a defensible location against their enemies in the west, provided an excellent harbor, and featured a small Corellania outpost from the days when Kin-Heir Iniel had attempted to subjugate the island in the early years of the 8th century. Also, the rough waters around the island and the legends of curses, most likely related to the ancient Daedric presence on the island, made Solstice a true safe haven for exiled High Elves. While Iniel never subdued the native Argonians, she had laid the foundations for a fortified haven on Solstice, and Corellania merchant ships still visited the island from time to time to engage in trade with a wary Argonian populace. More by luck than design, Clan Corellania returned to Solstice at a good time. In the 200 years since Coralania's first ill fated expedition, the region immediately around Sunport Bay had become deserted. The more numerous and advanced tribes, the Stone Nest people, lived in stone cities on the eastern side of the island, while most of the Argonians residing in western Solstice were Tideborn, who were simple villagers who lived along the outer coast. Erlenquay Coralania took for herself the title Kin Lady of Sunport and set about establishing a new Coralania realm. Wary of rousing the hostility of their more numerous neighbors, Kinlady Erlingquay took care to limit settlement to Sunport and its immediate environs. She focused on building up the city's defenses and giving her people a chance to grow strong again. Solstice's Argonians, a pragmatic people, were content to live and let live. There was little friendship between the groups, but neither was there open hostility. The nature of the relationship shifted when Erlenquay Coralania passed in First Era 1017, and her son Orlamar became Kinlord. Clan Coralania had grown strong over 100 years, and in Orlamar's estimation, Sunport was too narrow a kingdom for his people when so much of Western Solstice remained thinly settled. Under Kinlord Orlamar, ambitious nobles were granted the right to build towers and estates all across the island. Most of Sunport's colleges, modeled after the Sapiarchs back in Somerset, were eager to begin shaping the island to their purpose as well. At first, Coralanias merely took land left empty by the Tideborn Argonians of the west, but as the Tideborn retreated, Coralania ambitions grew. Whole Argonian villages found themselves enclosed by Coralania estates, their lands swallowed up in agreements that were often one sided or dubious in origin. For the first time since Clan Coralania's return to Solstice, strife and skirmishing between Elf and Argonian broke out. The Tideborn had little success in repelling the Coralania advances. Simple and scattered, they lacked the numbers, weapons, or magical aptitude to defeat a well armed Coralania force, so instead, they gave way. However, the Stone Nest Argonians proved more resilient. Coralanian lords who attempted to establish estates on land a Stone Nest tribe considered sensitive found themselves facing hundreds of grim-faced warriors ready for a fight. Other lords were simply struck down in secret, as Solstice's Argonians proved themselves surprisingly skilled at assassination. The growing tension between Solstice's two peoples finally came to a head in the time of Kinlord Keverian, Orlamar's grandson. 3 short wars in First Era 1172, First Era 1190, and First Era 1194 saw Coralania expeditions invade Stone Nest Zanmere cities, and Stone Nest warbands ravage Coralanian estates up to Sunport's very walls. In the stalemate that followed, several Coralanian kinlords were assassinated until Kinlady Toranway finally sought to make peace. In First Era 1244, Toranway and the chieftains of the Stone Nest people met at the village of Zorhist. Kinlady Toranway put an end to further Coralania expansion into Eastern Solstice, while the Argonians recognized the lands currently under Coralania control. Most importantly, both peoples were free to travel to all parts of the island, so long as they did not make any new permanent dwellings in the other's territory. This restored Argonian access to various shrines and sacred places across Solstice, alleviating one of the main grievances behind the strife. To this day, we still honor the borders and principles established in the Peace of Zorhist. Here I come to the 5th and final volume in my history of Clan Coralania. All that I know of the story of my house and my people, I have set down to the best of my ability. The sealing of Mornarl and the rise of the regents. It is, of course, ludicrous to look at a span of centuries and conclude that not too much occurred. The Peace of Zorhist held, our forebears refrained from pushing farther into Argonian territory, and the Stone Nest Argonians accustomed themselves to their presence. Yet in Sunport's palaces and colleges, the consequences of an ancient bargain with darkness drew ever closer. Ever since Kinlady Inial ventured into the ruins of Mornarl, our house was divided between those who rejected the darker Daedric princes and those who were willing to seek their aid. In First Era 2607, this ancient debate resurfaced when Istamil Coralania watched his older brother Wraithamil become the Kinlord. Istamil was a proud and charismatic noble, a great warrior popular in both College of Rituals and the College of Sea and Sword. He dreamed of new conquests on far shores, a return to the glory days of Clan Coralania and Hammerfell. Kin Lord Rithimil, on the other hand, was quiet and studious, a leader in the College of Tomes. He was a cautious ruler who checked his younger brother's ambitions, preferring to serve as a steward for what he had inherited, rather than to seek to add to his dominions. For years, the rift between the brothers grew, until at last, in First Era 2631, Istamil moved against his brother. He maneuvered Kinlord Rithimil into a duel, killed him, and took power. As Kinlord, Istamil proved to be a tyrant. Many in Sunport were shocked by his act of fratricide, and from the beginning of several colleges opposed him. Kinlord Istamil responded by repressing those who defied him, and a civil war broke out in Sunport. By First Era 2633, only the College of Rituals supported him, and Istamil faced defeat. He retreated to the dark fortress of Mor Narl in the east, and there sought the patronage of Molag Bal to crush his enemies. Terrible Daedric monsters and foul necromancy were unleashed on those who opposed the Kinlord. Many valiant Corellanias, and not a few Argonians who chose to take up arms against the tyrant, fell in those dark days. Istamil's victory seemed inevitable. But his cousin, Vignatilmo Corellania, a devout knight and humble scholar, arose to lead what remained of the opposition. Guided by dream visions, Vignatilmo sought the aid of the Daedric queens, Azura, Meridia, and Nocturnal. They joined together to check the power of Molag Bal, giving Vignatilmo the opportunity to penetrate the dark defenses of Mor Narl and confront Kinlord Istamil. In the Temple of the Final Dark, Vignatilmo slew the tyrant and put an end to his alliance with the Lord of Brutality. Giving reverence to the three queens who aided him, Vignatilmo sealed the gates of Mor Narl and led his forces away from the Dark Temple. Many among his followers urged him to take the title of Kinlord, but Vignatilmo refused. Instead, he asked to be recognized as regent, one who ruled not through his own authority, but as a steward of the power with which he had been entrusted. Following Vignatilmo's example, all Corellania leaders since have likewise taken the title of regent instead of Kinlord or Kinlady. We have also followed his pious example, eschewing the dark powers among the Daedra and placing our trust in the three queens who guide and protect us. The queens willing, it will always be so for our people. And so, we come to an end of my account of ancient times. Quite a few things have, of course, transpired on Solstice since First Era 2633. Chief among them the arrival of settlers other than High Elves, including Nords, pirates, shipwrecked merchants, and more. Yet these events seem to fall within the normal ebb and flow of history's tides, as our Argonian neighbors might say. Someday I hope to add to another part of this history, but if that is not the future the three queens have in mind for me, then perhaps another Corellania will finish my work, and perhaps even look back and wonder at the times I lived through as well. I made some quick notes on names, locations, and anything else that I felt was notable. Tucking the pages away in my pack, I began to stand up and gather what little I had left to take with me. I stepped out into the main room of the tavern and moved behind the bar to wrap up some crusty bread and make some coffee for the road. Probably wasn't the smartest thing for me to stay awake almost all night before a travel day, but the intrigue and research made the hours pass quickly, and I was fairly used to running on excitement and dreams of adventure when needed. Pouring the strong-smelling brew into my mug, a knock came on the door before it opened. Hearing the heavy swing of our well-loved door and the familiar boots of the courier on our wood floors made me laugh under my breath and wish that Toasty had also been here to exchange glances and chuckles with. "Got something to deliver for you." I know. My eyes only. I opened the letter, sealed with a familiar wax lore book that I knew so well. It was purple, so I knew exactly who it was from. Bishuit. This one finds himself spending much of his time outside of Sunport and near the siege camps, sneaking about and awaiting the arrival of his friends. Reinforcements and more for Stirk Fellowship are beginning to gather, and the camps become busier day after day. Moonsugar save me. If I have to hear Orenday Glenyvon mention needing more souls one more time, I might just send her to the lens myself. This one thinks things are becoming more and more intense. The haunting noises coming from the wall are enough to make one's fur stand on end. I do hope that you make your way to Sunport soon. This one could use a small Bosmer to assist in the war effort. The three banners may all have one common goal at the moment, but it's always good to have a friendly face and someone who understands the importance of a good sweet roll. Around here, the sweet rolls tend to taste a little odd to me. This one misses a good tavern sweet roll. Perhaps it is the lack of good ingredients available due to the war effort. Who knows? Varborija, save me. This one hopes you are headed this way soon. Virtuosity. I laughed and grabbed a sweet roll from the back room and gently wrapped it in something to travel in for him. Ifray, save me. If this melts before I get there, I will have one unhappy Khajiit on my hands, I said while grabbing a paper and ink. The courier chuckled behind me. Sending a response? Not to him, he knows I'll be there. But send this one to everyone bearing the lore book or red reliquary eye. You know what to do. I scribbled quickly, folded the parchment, and sealed it with gold wax. For the lore, I said, nodding and handing him the letter. It read, As you may know, the worm cult has resurfaced, and Daedric forces are once again trying to take hold in Tamriel. The Stirk Fellowship is formed from members of the three alliances, the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild. They require help from every crafter, warrior, and mage. Supplies need to be gathered, armor made, weapons sharpened, and food and alchemy combined to support the Fellowship. We are calling on every Loreseeker and reliquary member to join us as we fight to take down the wall. The fight may be long, but we will vanquish the Dark Fishers and bring peace to Tamriel. We must not let the Order of the Worm take hold. The three banners need us. Solstice needs us. For the Loreseekers. I grabbed my pack and headed for the door. Turning to look over my back, I smiled and took one last look and a deep breath of the comforting smell of old wood, burnt logs, book pages, leather, and coffee. I couldn't bring the tavern with me, but I could have one last moment of peace and calmness that this place always brought me. Don't worry, I'll be back, I said as I closed the door. To me, it wasn't just a building, but a living and breathing place that I called home.
Wow.
Woo!
How many names did Holy,
I don't know, but I
holy, that's a
flubbed
lot of names.
a few of them. Oh, wow. There may be some redubs when we release that one, but goodness me. I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't read a few of those all the way through. I had only skimmed them. So I was like,
Well, good. Yeah, those elves, man, they don't make it easy, do they?
no. And then I'm like sitting here, and all I can hear in the back of my head is, did Matt tell me those ones are usually hard cues when they name stuff? Or is that just aliens? I don't remember. It's fine. Anyway.
So, you know what's behind us?
Ooh.
That screenshot
Is
I
that
sent you?
is that Corlania Manor?
No, that's more
What
than
is
real.
that? It's over
Yes,
there?
it's over there.
I
You get
know.
to go in there.
I knew it was over there. And so isn't Zor,
Yep, or so.
what's the other one? Zor Hill
Um,
or
I
Zorhul,
gotta look it
whatever.
up.
Whatever I
I f-
read, whatever the word was that I read.
we went by
The
the
name of the
mine
place?
to do that
Yeah.
achievement thingy. So let me. Oops, that is not what I wanted. Please.
Yeah.
It is Zorhist.
Zorhist, that's it. That's it. Yeah, it was that's a beefy one. That was a beefy lesson. Yeah. I thought it would be important to kind of know what the foundations of necromancy were in Solstice. Otherwise, like the Writhing Wall is really cool and it's really neat to kind of go back revisit everything from the plane meld and all of that stuff that we know as players. But I also think it's always important, like, to know where you're going, you got to know where it came from. So, why Solstice? Well, that's why.
Yeah, I find it really peculiar. There's a couple things in there that are strange. One, just how much movement they did in the first era.
Back and forth, like a lot.
Yeah. And
The
they
the
didn't,
movement and
we don't have it documented that I know of, like that city that they founded, or I don't know if that's like a regency or kingdom area, but
I,
I wonder if we're going to go to that soon because that area on our map is not filled in yet. So I wonder if they're working on fleshing out more of the Coralania story. Like they could keep that going as part of some
They
trace
could.
elements of lore there.
They could.
You-
They could. And I think there is one quest in Hammerfell that talks a little bit about a few of those people. Uh, mm, I don't remember.
You
I
mean
would
in
have to go
Alakir
back and
Desert?
or and Alakir, that's what I meant, not Hammerfell, sorry. But in Alakir, I think there's a quest or something that
Really?
discusses. Uh,
Now I'm
it
gonna have
does
to go
relate
replay
to,
it
there's
again.
like one base game quest somewhere that it relates to because I remember being like, oh. So yeah. I think that's correct. We'll have to do a little bit more lore seeking on that. You know, my brain's a little too mushy at the moment from
Sure.
writing all of that so quickly. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that
Oh,
was well
Daggerfall
crafted.
Alliance quest lines. Yeah, I think so. I believe so, New Punks. But
Daggerfall? Oh yeah, because Alakir.
mhm,
Right.
yeah. So anyway, we'll go back and take a peek at that and report back later. But yeah, that was it. That was the lore for now. So
I
I'm
feel
just kind of we're kind of I'm kind of setting up for what like might happen to us as lore seekers when we arrive at the wall,
yeah.
and I had to get your main character in there because now you're on the show with us, so it's important that you're written in the RP too. A couple of your characters have been written in before, it's just people didn't know that they were your characters. So your
Bishuit.
arcanist, yeah, Bishuit, your arcanist has come uh before on the show. She's
Mm-hmm.
sassy.
She
She left
is.
us messages. Yeah. But anyway. So that's it.
Passive
Yeah.
aggressive she was.
Yes, she was.
I
She
find it
was.
fascinating that they went so straight to the other side of the island.
Mhm.
And let
Yep.
me tell you why that's of interest to me.
Okay.
This is for your flat nerdists. Like
Oh no.
if assuming that Nern is round because it's depicted that way, it must have been a shorter hop from Somerset to get over to Solstice that direction. Perhaps. I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about, like
Oh,
going
I see
west
what you're
to land
saying.
on the
Going
east
the
of
other
Solstice.
direction.
Maybe they went that direction, not underneath Green Shade and
Like
Grotwood
down
and
under Green Shade and Grotwood
yeah,
and Murkmire. Oh,
yeah. I wonder if that's why they settled on the east side, or if it was the Tideborn said no, not in our house, and then they decided to go over the other side.
that's an interesting thing to think about. Hmm. Hmm.
How big is
Hmm.
Nern? Next time on Loreseekers.
Next time on the Lore Seekers ESO. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good. I look forward to a tasty sweet roll.
Probably gonna be melted. Sorry.
It's
Quite the
probably made
journey.
with like mushed grubs or
Quite,
something in Solstice because
quite the journey.
there's no way that is not surviving the courier. He's totally down on that on the
No.
way.
Oh, the courier's not taking it. I'm taking it.
Oh,
I'm bringing it.
okay,
The courier
good.
just took the letter that has to go to the rest of the
Okay,
guild. So that was also a reference to as the event was happening in the different phases, we were actually publishing stuff on our socials that was like letters
correct.
or courier letters for the event. So I'm kind of like recapping since we've been away for a little bit. I'm kind of like recapping things that we've been doing internally in the guild as well as on our socials. And then, we'll see where it goes from here. But
Excellent.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's conclude
So
that giveaway. Let's see who's going to get some goodies.
let's do it. All right. I'm gonna do a countdown. Last chance. You got 30 seconds to get in here. 30 seconds. Type
Exclamation
writhing,
point,
exclamation point,
writhing.
writhing. Mm-hmm. To get on in so that we
We got
can
pink butter. We got the torch bug, pink
pink
torch bug. Good for
butterflies. We don't
anywhere.
have pink butterflies.
Not yet. It's coming. Um, we got the
uh,
pink moths, but anyway,
we do.
PC content pass and ESO plus 30-day are also options. So
Yep. So we got a choice. We got a choice. And are we ready?
we're ready. Let's
Here
see
we
who gets it.
go.
Who's our big winner?
JT! JTK! Nordic Spartan!
Oh
Oh no,
no, just
Mandragane! You
missed it.
just missed it! Darn it! Darn it, darn it, darn it. Yeah. Oh, man.
Well,
Well,
congrats, JT.
JT,
We'll hook up with you and
congrats.
figure out what you want.
Yeah. JT is a uh console player, so I'm gonna guess that they want the torch bug, but we'll see. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, so sorry that you missed that there. You were just 30 seconds too late. Anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. Wow,
Yeah.
what a show. Over 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm surprised it went that long. So that was a lot of Coralania history. That was a big lore dump right
Yeah.
there.
I know. Sorry, that was a huge lore dump. I thought about trying to break it up, but I was like, you know what? No, we're
Yeah.
going all in, full send. We got to get to the wall in the story, so I gotta lay down the foundation first. So,
The wall.
wow, the wall. Um, you know what the unfortunate thing is?
It's time to wrap up.
I don't think, I don't think,
Is that the bard?
did we? Is the bard here right now?
The bard's
I think the
sleeping.
bard's.
We'll find him. We'll get him to play us out later.
Yeah, we'll make sure later that the bard is in here. I think they probably.
I think the bard ate something. I didn't want to bring it up on the stream, but
Oh,
I think they're in the privy.
okay. Well, eventually they'll come out.
They'll
Are
be
we sure it
swimming a
was the
little lighter
chair?
later.
Are we sure it was the chair then earlier?
Maybe not.
No. All right. Well,
Light a
hey,
candle.
Oh no.
Well,
Well, this has been fun.
it's that time to wrap up. We want to let you know who we are and thank you again for showing up and participating with us, learning some more lore. Why don't you tell us who you are and where we can find you over there, Crazy?
Well, first of all, this is the Loreseekers ESO podcast. Thanks for being here with all of us. You can find me over on a lot of different places. You can find me on X at Katie's Stunt Show. It says Gone Crazy back soon underneath so that you know it's me. You can also find me over on Blue Sky as well. And you can pretty much find me in a ton of Elder Scrolls Discords. Got to catch them all. If there is an Elder Scrolls Discord, I'm probably lurking around in there somewhere just because I love to see what's going on with the community and what's going on with the game. And I love getting different perspectives from everybody. Beyond that, you can also find me over on the console side of things on the PlayStation Network at Gone Crazy Back SN. If you are going to friend me over there, just shoot me a quick message. Let me know that, like, hey, I'm someone that listens to the show, or I'm in the guild or whatever, because, sometimes friend requests come through and I don't know who they are. And I just want to make sure that I know who is getting added to my friends list. So if you're looking to game over there or hang out with the guild over there, just let me know who you are as well. When I'm not here in the tavern with you, Minwee, or with Toasted Peanut, or any of our other various lore seekers that hang out here from time to time, you can find me over on the Snug podcast as well, on the console side of things, talking about Elder Scrolls Online over there from the cozy comforts of the Snug Pod. Yeah. So when I'm not here at the Lore Seekers Twitch, sometimes I'm on my own Twitch, but most of the time I'm over here, I would say, at Lore Seekers ESO. Where
So
can
what
we
I got
find
out of
you?
that is you're good with digital stalkers, but just let them know that let you know that they're stalking you. Like, please reach out so I know that you're there.
Yeah, that is what that sounded like, wasn't it? Yeah, well, it is what it
uh,
is. Where can we find you?
I am Minwee Pro, and you can find me just about on every platform. The only place that I do not have an account is on PlayStation. So that's the only place that I will not have representation.
Well, it's a good thing. Oh, there's a lot of the rest of us to take care of that for you.
There are many very good PlayStation members of Lore Seekers that can handle that whole business.
We
You
try.
are one of several, and you pioneer it well. So,
Yeah, we do what we can. We do.
Lore Seekers in general, though. So you can
Mhm.
find us, Lore Seekers ESO, on X at Lore Seekers ESO, on Twitch as you're here, some of you, Loreseekers ESO. You can find us on Discord at loreseekers.club, and you can email us even at loreseekercast@gmail.com. And you want to bring up the YouTube again, which is slightly new?
We also have a YouTube now where we're backlogging episodes, doing little fun things. We may eventually have some like lore walks, stuff like that on there. But for now, we have some ambient videos up and some other little clips of silly things that happen to us on stream or silly things that happen to us when we're fundraising, things like that. So you can find that all over at Loreseekers ESO if you search for us on YouTube. Or the easiest way to find us is honestly go to any one of those socials that we've already listed, and usually there's a clickable link there through to either our link tree or to loreseekers.club, where you have clickable links for all of those things. So everything kind of loops around into each other. If you get to one of those places, you can probably find the other spots, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you want to join the guild or become part of the guild because you think that this is fun and we're kind of crazy people to hang out with, I guess,
You
or
got
if
those
you'd
mad
like
lore
to
drops?
we got those mad lore drops. Lore dump. Yeah. If we if you want to hang out with us, we love to help people. We love to talk lore. We love to, support from all sides of the guild. We are a multi-platform guild across consoles and PC, EU, NA. On most of our things, we have people on both sides of the servers.
Well,
So
we've
feel
definitely got
free.
members on those sides. It's just whether or not there's enough to sustain a lot of like community action is another thing. So we
Yeah.
do have
Yeah.
people everywhere, but
We do, we do. We're everywhere.
everywhere.
We're everywhere. Yeah, so we've got a people in all of those places, so feel free to come hang out. If you'd like to do that, you can head over to loreseekers.club. From there, you can click our link to our Discord, join. It will send a quick little short DM to you that you can fill out with a quick application. It's what we call our troll blocker, if you will. It helps us, make sure that we have people whose interests align with the guild and also that we're, know how we can help you. So
Right.
feel free to come on over, fill that out, and join with us. And here's the other thing too: if you're listening to the podcast, but you like aren't necessarily a person that's ready to actually physically be in a guild, you can still come join our Discord. Just because you're not in the in-game guild doesn't mean that you can't be in the Discord with us. So feel free to come on in and stop on by and hang out and talk lore with us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mhm.
We didn't mention Apple and Spotify yet, so you can listen to us
Mm,
on Apple and
yeah,
Spotify. And don't forget,
you sure can.
please give us a 5-star review. When you do this, it
Hmm.
helps us to be visible in our community, helps bring people to our guild. For every 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, we will share it live on this show.
Mm. Yeah. So for sure. We love to see when people comment on stuff or like share their opinions. It's helpful to us and it lets us know what people are interested in talking about, which is
Yeah,
great.
we'd love to hear your favorite lore, because if we can expand on it and do maybe our inject it into our lore area, then that just makes us feel even better. Like, hey, we found something meaningful for people to relate to. So,
Yeah. Love that challenge of adding stuff into content. So feel
so why don't
free
we
to send us a message.
let's wrap up then with one more talk about what's coming up in the end of next week? No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. Where are
Oh,
we
Extra
going to
Life?
find you? Yes.
Yeah. So on the 29th of November, I have not settled on a for sure start time yet, but know that it will be a long stream because that's how Extra Life streams are. But we'll be fundraising for Extra Life Gaming for Arnold Palmer Children's Hospital in Orlando, Florida. 100% of proceeds that will be raised that day go directly to the hospital. There's nothing taken out by Children's Miracle Network. We don't get anything from it. It's truly just fundraising straight for kids' health and to help change kids' health. In the past, last year, we raised just around $2,400, I believe, by the time all of our donation matches and everything came in, which was our all time high and was absolutely amazing. The stream, I think, was about 13 hours long. And of that, probably 6 of those hours, I was dressed in a giant bacon costume because people are amazing and got us to the incentives and the milestones for that. So, uh, please stop on by. The great thing about Extra Life is any amount helps. It can be $1, it can be 50 cents. Like, truly, any any amount helps. And if you can't or don't have the ability to be able to donate, that's great too. Just coming and stopping by the stream, lurking in the stream, resharing our social posts, commenting on things that we're doing when it comes to Extra Life, all helps us with more visibility and helps us really be able to make a difference in those kids' lives and for charity. So, um, please, please feel free to stop by, hang out with us. We're going to have fun. We do silly stuff like naked dungeon runs,
Oh, we
and
goof around a lot.
maybe maybe we'll do a trial. I don't know. We'll get crazy. I haven't quite set the schedule yet. I'm hoping that maybe we can do some sort of a multi-platform thing as well at some point, just because that's one of the things that makes us who we are in our guild. And it's really fun to have people come all together and game for charity. The other thing too is, let's say that you're interested in joining Extra Life. Extra Life runs year round. I'm part of the Elder Heroes team, which is comprised of some other content creators for Elder Scrolls. We have Crown Esso, Lotus of Doom, Pylon, I'm not sure if Avron's on the team this year, but we have a lot of people that help support us throughout the year. So feel free to head on over to the link that I know is just dropped in chat. That is our link that'll take you to our page that'll explain a little bit more about Extra Life, as well as, who we support and what Extra Life means and how it was started. So we absolutely love to have you there. Feel free to join us. I'm going to guess it'll probably fire up around noon Eastern, but not 100% sure on that yet. But stay tuned on our socials to see more. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to all your viewers
Yeah.
and listeners. And we'll
Mm-hmm.
catch you next time. You want to bring us out?
You know it. Dilly frickin' dilly.